Insomniac, night, patty whack, give a dog a bone, grab a snack, sit right back and never be alone. It's time for Insomniac, sit and spin, a knife live stream and a gathering of friends. Insomniac, sit and spin is about to start, so come on in and do your part. Joe's Knife Flicks is the channel you seek for new knife reviews and a show every week.
Run out, because we only had a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it. Are you high on cigarettes?
Let's watch two wrongs witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch two wrongs witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch two wrongs witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch two wrongs witness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? 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 He don't smoke 'em, but he loves it when you do. That's why he's high on cigarettes. And if you find him, you should light him up a few. He's getting high on cigarettes. Let's watch two wrongs witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch two wrongs witness and get high on cigarettes.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
What is up, guys? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Ellis?
I can hear you.
Mr. Creeley?
He's not there.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Sorry I set the time I did it from my phone, set it for Eastern time, threw everybody off for an hour. And what can I say? It's been a weekend of Blade Show, and it usually takes me 10 days to get back to normal. And it was awesome. So we got some stuff to share. Ryan's got some cool stuff to show. I'm going to say howdy to brother Marco Ye. What is up, Marco? Good to see you, dude. And we've got the guy who got so much attention at Blade Show, and even though he wasn't there, 1931 Leatherworks. What is up? I'll tell you the story about that that photo here in just a second. Kathleen Smith. Howdy, howdy, howdy. So I'm going to have to cross that bridge now. So Shane and I were roommates, and Shane would go in. I slept on a couch, which was a sofa bed, but that didn't work. I learned the first night. Last time I was on a couch or sofa bed, I was 8, and I remember why I never got on one since. So Shane was in a king-size bed, and we had a little wall that was a half wall dividing the suite where I was in the den and he was in the bedroom. And I got up one evening to go to the bathroom and walked by, and he was just laying there. So I had to snap a picture to troll him because he was sleeping diagonally, so I couldn't come get in bed with him. Not that I would. But anyways, so then I went in and I got on my chat GPT, and I said, take this picture and make him look like a peaceful fairy sleeping in a children's book. And that was the only prompt I gave it. And that's where we got our cover photo. And I cleared it with Shane to make sure he wasn't. He's probably changed his mind yet and redacted his consent, but he consented. I think Ryan witnessed it.
I witnessed.
Paul Mills, channel member, what is up? No, you're never bothering me, buddy, because it could have been just as likely that I fell asleep on the couch, and I appreciate anyone who reaches out when I'm not live when it says I'm going to be. Tuesday nights are always 9:15 Central Time, and I talked to Tri-State at Blade Show, and I think he liked it better when I went at 10:15, but I just feel like that was too late for a lot of you guys. and we don't have a lot of the same audience, but he usually stops about 10. So I'm going to continue to go at 9:15 on Tuesdays and 8:15 on Fridays because we're the pre-show for Said Faction. Said Faction goes live at 11:15, and we want to be in and out. Todd Carr, what is up, brother? Good to see you, man. I love seeing you in Jared's stream the other night. I was creeping in that stream. That thing was wild. That was definitely a wild live stream. Did you see any of that, Ryan?
What night was this?
It was Saturday night, and it was when it started on Ray's channel. Then Ray left because he had to fly out. No, it's Sunday. And then it was on Jared's channel. They were shotgunning White Claws. It was debauchery. They might have deleted it by now.
I wasn't watching it. No.
It was definitely wild. Who else we got in here? We got Mr. Mattisfaction, the man, the myth, and the legend. Yeah, that's me in the thumbnail. That was right after a big barbecue meal that we ate on Sunday. I was stuffed. Neil McKenzie, channel member, what is up, brother? Good to see you guys. And I see the comments. I feel terrible about getting the time wrong. It's not 10:15 Eastern. My bad. But anyway, we're all here now. Bugsy Craftworks is here. I met him and his lovely wife, and we got to hang out for several days at Blade Show. Excellent human beings, fantastic spirits, and just all around good people. Rody, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Welcome. And Ryan Ellis is in the chat. Channel member. What's up, Ryan?
What's up, Ryan?
Let's see who else we got in here. I'm scrolling. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Neil McKenzie has been a member for 35 months. That is right there on the cusp of way longer than I deserve. Thank you, brother. Man hug coming your way. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. We will be live again this Sunday. We'll be live Friday night. The schedule's back on. I apologize because Dane from across the pond messaged me because I guess I didn't put up we're not having a Sunday live stream because I'm at Blade Show, and he wasn't aware of Blade Show because he lives in the Balkans, I think. And a lot of people were just wondering if I haven't said it yet, and I apologize, but we're back on schedule. Cliff, right, is in the house. What is up, brother? Channel member. Good to see you. I think we've got everybody up. So Gary was he was selling knives, killer kitchen knives, killer bushcraft knives, and of course the Makos and the Minnows. Probably had the greatest collection of Magnum Max at the show. What is up, Chris229, channel member? Major friend of the channel and a supporter, and I appreciate you, brother. But Gary was at his table, and it was ironic because I couldn't find Gary the first day, and we kept kind of meeting back at McGannis Steele's table at Sharice, and they were literally diagonally opposed. Like Gary was one or two rows right behind Manganis. But I did find him Saturday. I walked around Friday and Saturday, and then one booth Sunday, and made little 3 or 4 minute videos just of the booths that I wanted to cover. And when I finally got it uploaded, it's an hour and 23 minutes. I don't know how that happened. I don't know that I had, can't imagine how I had that much storage on my phone. But when I went to stitch it together, I had to delete my YouTube app, my Google Maps, my Instagram app, and several others just to make room for the stitch together video. I did get it uploaded, did get it live, so y'all can see what I saw. And I saw more stuff, but I couldn't, I'll be honest with you guys, trying to video at Blade Show.
There's no way that I'd be able to do it.
I mean, God bless people like Ray who did the whole thing. I mean, pretty much live streamed it, but he had a backpack, a streamer's pack, which doesn't make it totally easy, but it makes it easier.
Why are you storing that on local storage, John? Why aren't you just storing that in your iCloud?
Because when I shoot it on my iPhone, I do send it to my iPhone or to my iCloud, but it won't go directly there. Like when I record, it only records to my photo library that I've been able to figure out. I could be wrong, Kyle, but I've only been able to get it to have my destination as my library.
Well, if you're gonna do that for like
Pulling out bugs.
long
What's up,
form
Ryan?
like that, you can actually plug in a hard drive to your phone and run it off of that and run it directly your video storage to that.
I know I've got to at some point upgrade my iPhone because I'm still on the last generation of Lightning cable. And I think if I had a C, I could get a much better. Well, they've got some, I guess, that will plug into Lightning cable.
What's up, Marco?
But to me, I'd rather just clear it out because I never make videos that long. Most of my videos are 8 to 12 minutes. And I just cleared it out. I thought enough, and I had enough to get all my clips. But then when it comes to stitching them together, you've kind of got to double up everything you recorded before you can delete the clips. So I would love to have an external hard drive to carry around. The first day, I made the big mistake of not charging my battery backups. So about halfway through, my phone died, and I didn't have either one of my cubes charged. It was kind of a bust, but it worked out. I got every booth I wanted to. I wanted to film Ulticlip. I didn't, but they didn't have a lot of stuff there. I did buy an Ulticlip there, a slim 3.3. Hey, Kyle, check this out. One of the things, I wasn't going to buy anything, but I picked that up. Do you recognize that?
Hang on 1 second. No, I can't see it because it's
Because the sheath? Or because
because where that says 18 viewers in the live, it's all covering it all up.
All right, let me do this.
Really?
Okay, now I can
It's
see
a
it.
little Hinder Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Which is like a 3.0 sized little fixed blade.
Yep.
Yeah, these for $200,
Wow.
which is a lot, but I really wanted it. It's one that Brant had for a long time that I didn't think they were going to make again. And then on the last day, Nicole, Bugsy's wife, introduced me this guy, not your average Cooper. His name's Cody Cooper. He's from up in Longmont, Colorado, and he makes the sheaths and the knives, and most of his knives are huge, but this is just a little 5-inch micarta. I'm not sure what kind of steel, but he was just a really nice guy. I think I picked this up for right around $100 on the last day, and that's really all I bought.
Yeah,
I didn't
those
buy
people,
cool stuff like Ryan or
How does
Bugsy.
those people were really cool. They have some. They like to repurpose things, so they had like leaf springs from like, Dodges from like 100 years ago, combined with like the overspray. I forget what that stuff's called. Like that layered paint overspray as the hand
Fordite.
material.
Fordite.
From like 100 years ago, from the Corvette factories and stuff like that. Like on those knives together. Like
I wish I'd taken a
really,
picture of that so I could show Kyle how that Fordite looked. I've never seen Fordite look that refined.
Who
It
is
looked
this
pretty
now?
nice.
It's that it was the guy right next to Sharif. And it was
Oh, I know who you're talking
called Not Your Average Cooper, but his name was Cody Cooper. It was him and his buddy and his wife. And his buddy sold knives too.
Yeah,
I've
he's got
worked on
stuff made out.
Fordite.
Andrew,
How-
Lucky Dog Knife
How was it to
Company.
work with?
Easy, super easy. It's soft as all get out. It's very, very malleable, and it's easy to sand, and it polishes up like a dream. It's like glass.
Yeah.
Check this out real quickly. When I got back,
You
I had
should
this
have
waiting
seen
for
that
me.
one, man. That was really cool. There's so much cool stuff there. It's hard to like.
You can't see it all.
Yeah, it's hard to find really cool. I mean, I really only found it because he was right next to Sharif, and I was hanging out over there.
And is it Nicole, right? Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Yeah,
Is it how does she spell it? With a CH or a K?
just to see.
So this was waiting for me when I got back.
Oh,
Andrew and I made a bunch of trades on my Finch collection, and he just had his. I'm calling it his second batch of Lucky Dog knives come in,
what's up,
and
Todd?
these were made by a guy in Iowa. I don't have the card, so Lucky can or Andrew can type the name in. But this is called a Bear Dog. Tall, flat ground, AEBL blade, little small pocket dropper. And guys, this thing is a slicer. Looks very traditional. And is it EDC and ERC knives? ERC knives in Iowa is the guy who's making these small drops. So I want to drop the website real quickly in the chat because you'll see, I think, 4 different designs.
Redemption, Stevie, redemption.
Stevie,
Steve, did you make it home already?
What's up, Todd? What's up, Stevie? Paul, Cliff, everyone else I missed.
so I do want to talk about the
That's very true. So true.
hey, John's got lighting, man. I put the extra time into production value. Y'all might not like it. Y'all might think it's childish. I didn't turn on my Jason Brown photo.
Your production value is -4.
I know. The funny thing is, I've had one DM from my brother Derek who says, you know, I can tell that you really put some time into your background and I like it. And I'm thinking, Derek, aren't you legally blind?
Yeah.
Jesse, what's up, brother?
You could finger paint poo on a wall and tell Derek it's a Picasso.
Said Stevie, thank you, brother, for everything you did at Blade Show and for hanging out with us.
Yeah, for real, Stevie. I'm glad you came back to Fox Brothers with us. Gave another shot.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, how'd you like that place, Javon?
I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. My pork was great. My fries were great. I never tried the hot vinegar sauce. I wish I had. I saw Ed Harrison. I got to hang out with Ed for a while. He didn't go to the Kaiser dinner, did he?
I wasn't there at the Kaiser dinner, so I don't know.
We weren't there long. It was different this year. They had it upstairs at the pit, and it started off with Paul Munko, who's one of their designers, playing guitar, played 3-4 songs. And then they'd have people get up and they had these drawings, and we never signed in properly to get our little card for the drawing. So we were in and out of there. I talked to the few people I needed to. And then I'd be, what's up, Fed?
Yeah, we
I
were
saw
chilling with
Mr.
Ed.
Fed. You couldn't miss Fed because he had on his red shoes. He was ready to go. He was walking fast. Shane could not keep up with him.
Stovey, I warned him
feeling,
before he went there not to partake, and he didn't listen, so he got everything he deserved.
You see that, Ryan?
That's all.
Stevie's not only made it home, he's already out on business.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to fly out, right?
I forgot he had to go to Salt Lake City.
So I'm going to share something with you guys real quick,
What's up, Rich?
and then I'm going to drop the link. But these are the new designs that are made up in Ohio. The one I just showed you is the Bear Dog, which is this guy right. What? Boom.
Brian, I see that grin.
6.5 inches overall with a 3-inch blade, a 3.5-inch handle. And then if you don't like that style, he's got the Trail Dog, which I think is very cool too. And it is 6.9 inches. And again, these aren't made by David Mary in Canada. These are made in, I think let me check this one. Yeah, at ERC Knives in Iowa. The Bulldog, which was my favorite, little 4.75 inch utility knife, they made a bigger Bulldog, or a Bulldog Bruiser, which is a little bit longer, the same ram's foot blade, 6.5 inches overall. And then lastly,
Damn
the
it,
Fin
CJ.
Dog.
Get out of my head. I was thinking the same thing.
But I'm dropping this in the chat if y'all want to go check them out while he's got them in. These are small drops that Andrew does since
What
he's
steel
doing
are
with AEBL. I think there might be a choice. Hold on, because usually you can choose between two steels. 15 inch. Let me see. Hold on.
All right. Looking at those knives. Gosh. Looking at those knives and looking at those prices. Is that a hand finished, glued up scale?
It is, yes. I'm gonna say yes, but I'm gonna let Andrew answer it because it is glued up. It is pinned. There are no screws, so you can't take the scales off. And there's no CNC that goes into these. David Mary Customs, who made the first run, was doing it out of his shed, and I don't know the size of this guy's shop. Let me find one that shows the handle better. That Bear Dog.
I was just going to say that knife should be $100 more than what it is. Just
You
saying.
know,
What's up, Lucky Dog?
I think in Andrew, that's great information to have because the last thing you want to do and maybe creep up each time you drop them because they always sell out.
That's
So
why.
this is a USA made little fixie. And this one even comes with a leather sheath.
That's
It
not a big
sells
deal though. That
$235.
that they're water jetted and then they're hand ground.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with
No.
water jetting. Is nothing. I mean, that's just stock. That's the part of the process that doesn't matter how you have it done. It's not part of actual talent.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't fault anybody for water jetting their stuff. I don't think it's
But
any
the thing
less.
is, for that amount, that's a fair amount of work on each one of those.
They come packaged really nicely and the handles are just top notch. But Andrew worked on it for a while before they launched it to get his prices where he thought they needed to be. But
Yeah.
and I think what happens, we've talked about this, Gary, but younger makers have that syndrome where they don't necessarily feel like they can ask as much for a knife as maybe somebody else does. And I don't always agree with that.
Well, you know, there's the whole deal where like anything, whatever you're selling, whether it's a motorcycle or a guitar or a watch online, a used one, you can make the price higher and it will sell slower, and you can make the price lower and it will sell faster. So, you know, if you have a PM2, you know, let's say like new in box, standard PM2, and you throw it online for $125, it won't take long.
Right.
You know, but if you put it on for $10 under map, it'll take a while. So
But you're right, it will sell.
that's part of the thing. And in fairness, in my early days of knife making, I tried to price my knives for what I thought they were worth. I probably overpriced them because they weren't very good. But but people didn't buy them. You know, and so that didn't feel good.
That's part of the growing process, though, too, Gary. Like even with services, like I started out much cheaper than others because I was new, kid on the block. I wanted to prove myself and show what was available, and then gradually over the years, I've increased to get to the point where I'm fair. But I think part of that is starting out when people don't have a recognizable brand or name. You start out a little bit lower and then build your way into it versus swinging for the fences and potentially failing out of the gate. I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's tough. You know, one of the challenges is like one of the fun things about Blade, and I envy you guys that aren't anchored to a table, you know, is there are lots of knives at Blade Show that are way cheaper than they should be. I bought an AEBL chef's knife with a rich light handle. Actually, I didn't buy it. I traded for one of my knives, but that's entirely another matter. But I went to Airbnb. They didn't have any good knives. and it was driving me crazy. And even after I shot them, they instantly dulled. So it was getting on my nerves. So, and I didn't want to use one of mine because I want to sell it. Anyway, so I got an ABL knife, something Forge, Princeton Forge. I could go get the box, but $275 for an 8-inch chef's knife, an ABL, ground super thin, really well done, rich blue, rich light handles. I'm just like, how could you ever make a living at that price?
What would that knife you expect it to cost, Gary? Because I'm not familiar with chef knives at all.
$375.
That's
Really?
considerably higher than what Shane's selling his kitchen knives for, too.
And
Yeah, I mean,
Kyle,
I don't know who Gary's trying to fool, man. He was over there getting out of that table, getting all those little deals. I seen him.
Well, I just meant like, okay, Bugsy, so like the kitchen knife that you got,
Gary.
that was not, that was in like the 150 to 180 range, I think.
Yeah.
Why does
And
anybody go
that's
to
crazy.
Williams Sonoma and buy a kitchen knife when there's that available? You know,
Yep.
I
What
mean,
I was
it
getting
was
at-
almost down to a 0 edge, and then sharpened. Now he had those ground by Larkin, but he reground them basically. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a hand ground knife.
Yeah.
So
What's up, Dr.
Yeah.
Drew?
What's up, Drew?
what were you
Yeah,
saying, Kyle?
What I was going to say was I think there are some great values that you can get there, but there's also just as many, if not more, that are overpriced there too.
yeah,
Like how
there's
many-
that.
Absolutely.
How many
Absolutely.
are you going to go around and see stag handles on some knife that's never going to get used and it's $1,200? It's like
Well, I'll show you a perfect example.
in a $7
What's
$7 piece of
Rick?
steel.
This little knife that I picked up for 100 or 125. We were walking around earlier in the day and we walked by a table, and
Charlie
this
should
was
definitely use that knife.
A1 tool steel, a little small knife with a little leather sheath, nothing that special about it, thickly ground, $395. And then we met a guy, Ethan, who lives in Appalachians. He's a Marine who makes knives. And he hasn't been able to sell a knife to one of his friends yet. We asked him how much they cost. He says he doesn't know because he puts them on Facebook when he gets one ready and lets people bid in the comments section. And the price he told me he was getting for those knives, I found it hard to believe. But I don't know, I think
It was low.
because it was extremely high, Gary, he said it was over $1,000 for a little 8-inch knife.
Here's the thing,
Handmade.
though, John. If he creates that hype behind it, or he has that following and lets people bid on it, then its value is whatever they bid on it.
That's exactly what it is. When we banged each other's contacts, I went to his Instagram. I didn't go to his Facebook because I'm not on Facebook, but he's got 15.7 thousand followers on Instagram, and he's a Marine, legit, lives in Appalachia, goes out and bushcrafts and makes shelters. So I think he probably does have a following.
Story.
And again,
Yeah.
people are probably buying his name.
He's selling a story just like Montana Knives sells a story.
And I think everybody should sell a story. Gary has a story. I mean, he's chasing the best way to cut with the best heat treat. And then I think Shane's got a story. I think everybody should, if they don't have a story, develop one that's accurate and use it to set yourself apart from the competition.
Or make one up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Come up with something that aligns with your
Who was that dude a while back? He had like this big military story, and it ended up it was all fake. Who was that?
There
Was
were
that Strider?
several of those.
Not Strider.
No.
Who was that?
He got
Was one of-
accused, but that was BS.
Yeah, that was proven to be kind of a smear tactic. But there was somebody. Was it? Who makes the clips for ARs that also just started making knives?
Magpul?
Was it a Magpul guy?
I don't know.
John, ban yourself for saying clip.
I'm sorry, magazine.
Yeah, that's-
God, I want to
Okay.
smack you. I want to reach through this computer and smack you. You know better.
Ban
I'm
yourself.
sorry. Hey, I was their protection in Atlanta. So this
We
is going to
probably
be the
also have a
first
little
Atlanta
bring-in at the
story, and I'm going to
Eagles
let Ryan tell it because we got a call from an Uber right after we got dropped off at Cheesecake Factory, which was a 45-minute wait after they told us it was a 10-minute wait. And Shane wasn't all there, and he was convinced that he left his bag in the room, his brown bag, and the Uber driver called Ryan and said, "I found a brown bag in here. Did anybody leave one?" Ryan, what
He was
happened?
brown bagging.
So they sent me a picture of it, and we couldn't blow the picture up. All we could see was a little brown bag in the front seat. So I'm like, hell, that's Shane's.
He
So-
sat in the front seat.
Yep. So anyway, so we had to talk this dude that could barely speak English to like our location, and we finally got him there after about 30, 40 minutes, and he hands me the bag, and I turn around to give it to Shane, and Shane's like, "That's not my bag." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, so we open it up, and there's a pew-pew in there.
Oh, nice.
A passport
Along
first.
with
The
a
first thing,
passport, and so I was like, God dang it, we just
and
picked up,
car keys.
yeah, car keys. But with the passport and the pistol in there, I was like, man, we just picked up a spy's bag.
Yeah, Jason Bourne left his shit there.
Yeah, like, we're fucked.
But Ryan jumped into action.
Yeah. I got in touch with him via Facebook and got him his bag back. So.
Turns out he was at Blade Show and he was at the pit panicking.
Yeah, we ended up having like 5 mutual friends on Facebook, which is pretty wild, but
Yeah.
completely
Good on
random.
you, Ryan.
What's that?
I said, good on you, man.
Yeah. So once I saw it had a pistol in it, I wasn't giving it back to
The driver.
because
Yeah.
they opened it up and they saw that. There's no telling what would have happened to it, you know, if he would have ever got it back and all that stuff. So I just hung on to it and had a little bit of fun with him. I told him,
Finder's fee.
I told him, I was like, I feel like I'm dealing with a spy. He said, no, man, I'm just a regular guy. So I was like, no. I was like, I like the whole spy thing better.
But you look at his picture on Facebook, and
Same.
he was a white-haired guy with a wife and a little kid. I mean, he looked like a nice guy. Perfect spy picture, though, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a complete cover. And so I just started sending him pictures of his bag in random spots. And so, like, he was chasing his bag all over the pits there for a minute.
And I couldn't convince
I would
him.
take a picture of it, and then I went over there. I'd go to a different location and watch him come there to that spot. So I went to a different area, sat there, took a picture, watch him come to that spot.
And see, I thought what would have been funny is if we removed like 3 or 4 rounds from it. So when he got it back to his room and he started cleaning it or whatever, he'd be like, "Oh my God,
What the
I
hell?
might have hung some bodies on my gun."
But no, he ended up being a real cool dude, man. He played along with me there for a little while.
Shane,
Well,
come
it
tell
was
us.
lucky that he found you or the bag found you.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like I said, like he said the same thing. He's like, man, I'm glad it was you that got a hold of that bag and not somebody else.
Yeah, that's why I said if I was him, I would have gave you a finder's fee because there's no telling what could have happened.
He wouldn't have got it back. It was an HK. He was a nice gun.
Yeah.
I didn't want to let it go, to be honest with you. I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to keep
The
my mouth
funniest
shut.
thing was Stevie's conversation with Shane because Shane was convinced that finders keepers that at least he could have the red dot, and Steve was like, "Shane, you're not listening to your conscience. You're supposed to be improving yourself." And he's like, "I am, Stevie. I just want the red dot."
Shane, get up here and tell us stories. We've been
I
waiting
know.
on you.
Shane.
We've been waiting on you for 36 hours, man.
I'm like the worst storyteller in the world. I'll take a funny story and make it not funny in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that was pretty boring.
Yeah. So like,
Thanks, Kyle.
Ryan did. I shouldn't probably.
I'm just
that's not my
saying.
story to tell.
no,
Yeah, but
you
you don't understand that we have to dial it all back in this wide spectrum of fuckery into.
A synthesized YouTube
Tellable
friendly terms of
story.
service. Where'd y'all make it to? Sunday, Bugsy? How far did y'all get north?
We were in Virginia. By the time we went to sleep.
I could have
Because you
diagnosed that, Shane.
You ate 14 pounds of mushrooms.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
I
I
did.
mean, I'm talking a dusting. I don't think a squirrel would have felt them. But he did have horrible digestive issues because I literally almost had to leave the room about 3 o'clock Monday morning. I almost had to just go downstairs and sit. Okay, it was
He's not kidding. Listen, that hallway smelled horrible, and their door was closed.
yeah, it was bad.
John,
Yeah,
you made that thumbnail, and I had a couple people reach out to me and ask me. I had an argument with Shane about it. Those socks are dirty as all hell, and he claims he put on fresh socks every day.
he did put on fresh socks every day.
So did you doctor that picture?
But he's walking in a boot, and he's walking in shoes for
Those things look
hours.
like he walked through 8 miles worth of maggots and never had.
That's the darkness of the AI. AI jacks everything up.
Okay, then
So
Shane,
don't-
all fairness, good on you. I was giving him a hard time for not taking care of his feet because it looked like he just had walked through a swamp.
No, and we had rain one day, but no swamp foot, and he did sit down quite a bit. He didn't overdo it. He overdid it one day.
Yeah, he did a great job this year, man. I actually saw him around.
I'll tell you who I didn't see much. I saw Kara a lot more than Jared. I saw Jared like a couple nights, but I didn't see him filming much.
He was running around when you were running around.
Yeah.
So Gary, you should show us what else you picked up with your little. This guy can pick up a deal like nobody else.
Well, I got the two TS props on the cheap. What else did I get? I traded a guy for a automatic stitch. Very interesting dude. What else?
I love the
I
automatic stitch.
I got automatic stitch. I traded him. What did I trade him? I traded him an omnivore. I felt bad for him. He didn't have a ton of money with him, so I'm probably just going to sell it. I really don't like that knife. He told me that Anthony Marfione. I don't know if it's Marfione or Marfione. The Italians would say Marfione, I think. Anyway, told him he was the best sharpener in that room.
Told the guy you bought it from or traded with?
Yeah. Now, I could make a knife that sharp in 90 seconds. All my guys are sharpeners too. So, and there's a lot of guys that sharpen in that room. So I don't think that he was the best sharpener in that room.
Well,
now I don't know that he was lying.
Liar.
I suspect he was just blowing smoke, to the guy, just whatever.
Set
But
himself
the edge
apart.
wasn't. The edge was not great. The tip wasn't right, and so yeah, I would, yeah, yeah. So I don't know.
So was the guy saying that he was the better sharpener or that Anthony was?
He was saying that Anthony told him that he was the best sharpener in that room.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Anthony was saying that Anthony was. That's why I was like, well, Anthony's a known full of shit too. So
yeah. So I just sharpened this Jack Wolf. It's 14C, and it's pretty nice. It needs some really sharp condition in its life, but I did edge leading. I just like edge leading because you can remove most of the burr that way. Whereas edge trailing, you build that burr up a little more.
Did you find anything out cool in the new Steels presentation?
Funny thing. You should mention that. I got the time wrong and didn't end up being at it. So
So
Yo,
no.
that's so easy.
So you
the
walked down
answer
to
to that
Newport
question would
forever?
be no. My guys
That's
were
so-
disappointed too because I paid for them all to go. I felt like an idiot.
Well, dude, it's so easy to do that at Blade Show.
Oh, everything's running around. So I talked to Laren and I'll have him on the podcast and he'll tell us what he said.
All right, cool.
So we'll go that route.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make a class in the middle of the day, especially when you're running a booth. But I'll tell you, Gary, that your two sharpener guys that were there and your son were as professional as you could want.
Yeah, they are. They do a good job.
They did a great
they do a
job.
good-
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
your son's banners. The design was cool, and I like that they just roll down into those little tubes. It's slick.
Yeah, they really helped too, and they brought some attention, especially to the sharp condition. So I was pleased with that.
I didn't ask you how that went with dealers and with sales.
Well, DLT picked up some stuff,
What up, Shady?
What's up, Shady?
and Freyden picked up some
Yo,
stuff. But Knife Center and Heine Haynes, which is a British dealer, did not. So
Really? They sold out of it.
yeah, I don't. Knife Center. The owner of Knife Center was like, "Hey, I want to get some stuff. I want to get this. I want to get that." I'm like, "Okay," and they just never came back. Their main buyer. Their main buyer seems interested with other people's stuff, so more than mine. So we'll just let them sell other people's stuff in that case.
Or just do a follow up in another week or so. Maybe they got busy and the owner didn't get back around to let them know.
They probably did, but I'm not going to chase dealers down.
I know.
You know.
I know where you're coming from. I just meant like if the owner truly wanted something, just didn't get a chance to get back to you.
Because I can't imagine what other products in the market besides, because stroppy stuff is hard to get.
Not so much that stuff, just knives.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, they got buyers, and the buyers go around. They have cash.
Well.
Yeah.
Just didn't pick up any
What's
money.
up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Finally get to talk to the man, the myth.
It was a long weekend, man.
I can imagine.
It's a long
It
weekend.
was one of the best weekends I've had in
It was.
probably 15 years.
I think the top thing we learned this weekend is how lucky a man Bugsy is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bugsy's wife is the absolute best.
She was the
If she could
MVP.
come to Blade Show without Bugsy at this point, we wouldn't care.
Yeah,
She actually
it was
just
a-
said she went to bed like 10 minutes ago. Said to say hi to everybody.
I
She
literally
misses each and every one of you guys individually.
I purchased one knife at Blade Show, guys. The least amount of knives I've ever purchased at Blade Show. And I got this mostly because I just couldn't turn down the price. It's a little neck knife, skeletonized, made at Magnamax by Critty Blades. Now, I don't think Gary made this knife. I think one of his employees makes this knife.
I
Just
cut it out.
describe-
I heat treated it, and then he ground it.
Right. But I saw an opportunity to have some Magnamax for that lower price. I don't know if that's the normal price, but at Blade Show it was $120 with the neck thing.
150 is the normal price.
Okay. I am going to put some scales on it because I'm not really a neck knife guy. But it could have been anything, in all honesty, knife shaped and Magnamax for that price, and I would have bought it. So
Good.
So-
I'm glad you got something, and you
Yeah.
have to spend a ton of money.
I didn't,
I
hope so,
also
buddy.
I didn't have a ton of money to spend. That was the truth.
and it was a tough year, man. Everything was really expensive.
Yeah.
Even like regular stuff.
I
I mean,
know,
there
like,
definitely,
there
there definitely
wasn't-
was great deals, like Gary's. Sorry, Ryan.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I noticed a lot of people, like a lot of things weren't selling.
Yeah,
Like people that normally sell out quick, they were there all day long with product all day long.
Terry, that's the truth. Anybody who walked around with me, Ryan witnessed it. Like they would talk about the knife for the first 30 seconds, and then the next 3 minutes was them glazing my sheath work, and then I would be like, "Yeah, I didn't make the sheath."
Except for the first time.
Did you guys get to go by?
I don't remember which time. There was one guy who because he skipped over it so quick. He's like, "This sheath is really good," and he skipped over it so quick. It made it easy for me to not speak up and not tell him I didn't make it. So I was guilty of it once, but he facilitated that. The only I did have a knife waiting on me when I got home though.
Oh, you're amphibian.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been wanting the amphibian for a while. Yeah, I like it so far. I mean, it's not as sharp as most microtechs I've witnessed, but Doug has had this for a while. He may have used it.
I'm going to throw out something that I heard about at lunch, kind of a conspiracy theory that I found interesting. And I actually talked to Tate today. We're microtech dealers. And at lunch on Sunday, I was talking to Steve Kalari, and he said, you know, what's interesting is it used to take forever to get a microtech LUDT or several other microtechs. And I didn't know because I've never tried to get a microtech. And he said, you just couldn't get them. You know, you had to wait forever. I said, well, we've got 6 LUDTs in the store now. He goes, exactly. He goes, he thinks that when they formed their relationship with Reich or whoever they did, that's when their capacity came up and they expanded and they added some people. But allegedly, Steve's looked at the numbers, and there's no way, he doesn't think that the numbers of people that they added into the space, the machinery that they added, that they could be producing that many more knives. He thinks a lot of those knives are being made covertly or at least partially helped overseas. Does anybody have any experience with microtechs in the past being extremely hard to get and now they're everywhere?
I remember the LUDT after it dropped, you couldn't get one for like a year. Everybody I knew wanted one and couldn't get one.
The funny thing about that, John, is also when the Reich collab came out, everyone started saying those were the best manufactured knives that they had made.
Yeah,
they were better. They were better than the U.S. made ones, right? And now everyone loves the whole new Ramlock series. I'm wondering, that's a possibility.
And to me, the Ramlock series is another conspiracy theory because Microtech does make some out the fronts that are under 300. But to make a USA folder, you know, 3 really variations of a USA made folder. And the MSI and FRN's under $200, the full size.
Did you see what they debuted too? The LUDT is coming out in a Ramlock.
Yeah.
I don't know. Before I would go as far as accusing them of not being made in the United States.
I'm not accusing. I'm just curious.
I don't think Steve was either. He just brought up a curiosity, but it is entirely possible that whatever that percentage is that you're allowed to have something produced elsewhere and still say it's USA made could you know, they'd be having the backspacer and the clip and the maybe this. I don't know. It's all
that percentage is 0.
Is
virtually. Yeah.
wait a minute. Are you saying the percentage that Microtech's having made is 0, or are you saying the percentage that you're allowed to have made overseas?
The FTC definition is negligible content.
Okay, so that could be like, that could be just something as simple as the screws, right?
Next to another, I think the screws would be too meaningful to call negligible.
Oh, really?
Well, what about the steel that comes from like Aerosteel and places like that?
Technically, I should not be calling my knives USA made by the letter of that law.
Really?
But I do anyway because I don't care. I'm a rebel. I'm a real crazy wild man.
But part of the thing too, though, is I think what John's on something. I think you can source materials from outside the U.S. It doesn't have to be U.S. source materials, but it has to be U.S. made, like actual
No.
manufactured. Because
Not
here's the
correct.
thing, like with the military, the Berry compliance, you have to have everything sourced in the U.S. material wise too, but they still do contracts that aren't very compliant.
Yeah,
And they
no,
those are
it's
considered USA
super
made.
strict. It says the raw materials. If you read,
Where's this at? I'd be curious to read that.
it's FTC. It's the FTC rules for
Right.
making something U.S. So take for instance a Swiss-made watch. Like a Swiss-made watch needs at least 60% Swiss materials, and final assembly has to be in Switzerland. Like, so that's a much more lenient definition than the FTC's. It's almost undoable. In a lot of, there's an interesting video out there that would it probably would reference this law. It's this guy that makes this grill scrubber, and he's trying to make it 100% in the USA, and it is outrageously difficult for him to do. I can look that video up and share it.
Just because we make such few things to make a product totally be able to be.
Yeah, so like one of the
Okay.
things he needed was like chainmail, and he couldn't find it made in the USA. And then like, so he tried to order it from Turkey instead of China, and so he ordered all this chainmail from Turkey, and he got the boxes in, and the boxes said made in China. So like, it's really hard. It's really hard, and you know, you're getting the raw steel from a NATO country. I mean, come on.
That
Yeah,
might as
so-
well be.
This was the new part of this was March 2026. Hired as the scrutiny on it. It says without qualification must be all or virtually all made. Requires that final assembly, all significant processing, and all or virtually all ingredients components originate, allowing for only negligible foreign content. So yeah, that I think that unfortunately putting that as a gray area and not putting an amount of what the negligible is going to be tough to argue. But yeah, I completely.
Well, Gary, if you're saying you don't feel like you can, according to the FCTC, you can't claim your knives to be U.S. made, and kind of touching on what Kyle says, what is negligible? The vanadium and the steels that in the knives you were making a few years ago didn't come from here either. So would that disqualify it from being U.S. made, according to the FTC?
Right.
Possible.
Yeah.
I think they make it purposely so that anything that is questionable can go to litigation.
I would like to
Therefore,
say
the
I
courts
couldn't
and everything
see
else still make money.
I couldn't see Anthony Marfione taking that risk, but at the same time, he would probably just sue the shit out of you if you made the claim anyway.
I
Whether he
mean,
did it or not. So I don't know.
Guy says it's fun.
Yeah, I don't have very high regards for Anthony Marfione.
That is a pretty widely held opinion and view.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. So a lot of people, have rumors. They'll say that most of their knives are made in China at this point. How would you know?
Right.
How would you know?
And that's you wouldn't know because I mean, Black River.
I learned some foreign culture this weekend at Blade Show.
Oh God, what'd you do?
Friday, I ran into the owner of Bastinelli Knives, and he had on a T-shirt that said, "I'm not here to fuck flies." And I had to ask. I'm like, "Man, what's up with the T-shirt?" And he's like, "It comes across pretty controversial in the United States." He's like, "But that's a very common saying in France. It just means I'm not here to waste time, or I'm not here to half-ass things." But I just thought it was kind of funny. I'm not here to fuck flies.
John's small enough and quick enough. He probably could.
Dr. Doodoo, I'm not American made either.
I really did want to buy a Bastinelli knife, only for the cultural aspect of it. But if you've ever seen the movie, it's one of my favorite movies with Scarlett Johansson called Lucy.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
She ingests these drugs that the Chinese or the Yakuza are trying to smuggle in the United States through her stomach. And the bag gets ruptured, the drugs leak into her system, and she turns into this super being, almost an entity. But she goes to this Yakuza boss's house to kill him. And she jumps through the air, and comes down and stabs both of his hands into the tops of his chairs. She's dual wielding these two knives, and they're Bastinelli something. I can't remember the name of the knife, but they still make it. You can still buy it. It's $350.
He has some cool designs.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like that at Blade Show. I really enjoy the tables that are making tools that are absolutely good for nothing other than violence. And I know I'll probably never need them. But that's the stuff that interests me, man. Like the hate stick. All hate sticks makes are clubs for beating people with. They're not good for anything. And they sold out. You know, I like that kind of stuff at Blade Show because I can see 10,000 pocket knives and 10,000 fixed blades. Which Arthur buys.
T-Kill had some badass.
She unlocked 100% of my spec. Sorry, right?
What?
I said T-Kill had some badass screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Still nothing compared to the prick.
Yeah. Do what?
Nothing compared to the prick, though. That thing is
I don't
amazing.
think so. I think the prick's a better design.
There's going to be a prick on another. There's going to be Shane's prick on another continent here shortly.
Yeah. The prick is something I'm definitely concentrating on this year, and I may regret it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to making more of those.
Patina, you on that, buddy?
Screwdriver now, too. One of those breacher bars or whatever, shrunken down to a more pocketable size.
TKL copied that from somebody, though. I mean, I remember the tactical screwdriver.
Well, the screwdriver, the first one he did was a collaboration with some company that wanted it for a specific rifle. I don't know which one, but all those different parts do something to this rifle. And they also are usable as other things, too, but it's made for a machine gun, some machine gun.
Yeah, that's been around for a while.
Right. But he didn't design that. He had it brought to him, and he bid on it.
I mean, it's cool. He's making it more accessible, I guess. But, you know, Strider made, what was the Strider?
The underwater.
The Strider nail.
Oh,
You know?
well, he also had the underwater one, didn't he?
Yeah, Strider's been doing the nail, and it's pretty much, you know, like when Gary lasers out his knives, those borders that aren't wide enough to make anything out of, Strider just cuts those out into these shivs, and people pay for them. They're a couple $100, you know, for a Strider nail.
Yeah, because Striders are going to be, you know, always. What's the word I'm looking for?
Overpriced?
Not overpriced, because I think they're worth it to people who like them.
How
I
much,
like them.
how much is a regular Strider folder? I say
picked up mine for about $515.
Definitely
Mine's
get them in the
basic.
secondary.
What's that, Ryan? You bought a few. What'd you say?
Definitely buy them off the secondary.
Yeah.
I was
Definitely.
gonna say they go 650 to 1,000, but it depends on what you're getting, and that they go way up more than that too. But that's the general line. But secondary, you can get them much cheaper.
Yeah, I think a table around 800 to 1,000.
I'm a huge fan of Strider's design. That was the first knife that ever really excited me. Was the Strider SNG. I love that.
Well, I think Strider's badass. I think they build a badass knife. I think it's a good knife and everything. But
I don't know that they're worth what they sell for, but he's created demand for it. Good for him, I guess.
Yep.
I told you his conversation with the owner of the store I'll do part-time with, and how the guy, John, just does not like him at all.
Right.
That's that gun that screwdriver is made for. I don't know what gun that is, but each part does something with that gun.
It's so freaking sick, though.
Again, that goes back to what I was saying. I still like stuff like that I probably will never need. I like violent looking tools.
Paul, the Strider design was funny for me because I was never attracted to it until I picked up that Effin Grow 225 and realized it's a unique ergonomics. And I picked up 2 Protex, and
Here we go.
What?
Talking about Ethan Grow again.
Oh.
led to 3
Same thing
legitimate
happened to me,
purchases.
Kyle. The exact same thing happened to me. I had the Ethan Grow too, and it led to me actually buying an SMF.
You're one of you're what? Take it back. You're 2 of like 1,000. Like, that doesn't happen often.
But those people would never buy a Strider anyway.
Clearly, the odds are higher than that.
I'll tell you what we see a lot of. I'd say 1 out of 4 Benchmades that come into the shop to be sent back to Benchmades are clones that people are buying, not thinking they're clones. But what I was going to say, about 8 or 9 years ago, John was at Blade Show, and he carried Benchmade, and they were kind of priced high. And he walked up to Strider's table, and he picked up one of his knives. And then Mick, I guess, was the one that came up and asked if he could help him. And John said, "Yeah, it's a really nice knife. How would you justify the value if you're a Benchmade dealer to somebody who's going to ask?" Which to me sounds like a reasonable question. I mean, yeah, you can look at them and see they're different, but John was just looking for the elevator pitch. And Mick reached out, Strider reached out, took the knife out of his hand, put it back on the table, and said, "It's not for you."
He's 1,000% right.
He is 1,000% right.
John's wrong there, in my opinion, because it's not on the maker to tell you how to sell your items. Either you
I agree, but I've also been a rep for a lot of makers or tech companies, and my job is to let the customer know how to position it if they're competitors in the market, because I want my knives to sell. And
Nick's not a sales rep.
Yeah, well, again, a lot of knife guys aren't salespeople, but if they just change just a little bit, they would sell more knives. Maybe they can't produce.
Standing right beside the Strider table this year, I don't know if y'all saw him, you probably wouldn't know who he was John Willis. He was there this year. And John Willis runs his business the exact same way. When you ask him, "Hey man, how come your low bearing vest is $1,500 when I can buy one for $250?" And he's like, "Well, you can just dye in your $250 low bearing vest. I don't care." Neither one of those guys, they all came up together. None of them care if you buy their stuff. They're not going to explain to you why you should buy it. But people who actually use tactical things, and it's a life or death situation, buy their stuff. Is it warranted? Are they any better? I don't know, but I can tell you why people buy John Willis's stuff. I can tell you why military people buy his stuff. Because several years ago, the FBI kicked in Mick Strider's door looking for some machine guns. They didn't belong to Mick. They belonged to some Navy SEALs, but they had no business being where they were at. And John Willis just refused to speak and did federal prison time and took the heat off those guys, and they will forever buy his products because of it. Yeah. They will always remember that guy went to prison to cover their ass.
His story is as badass as his knives.
Yeah. Because when Strider Knives started in that building, one side of it was Strider Knives, the other side of it was special operations equipment. Some of you may already own some special operations equipment and not know it. If you bought a knife from Sawtooth Dave, his origins come in an SOE pouch. And everything you can buy from John is 10 times higher than you can buy it anywhere else. People still buy it. I've bought it. I mean, I'm a little embarrassed to admit it. I own some of it.
This is before you got here, Shane, but we were talking about stories that sell things, and that's one that the story sells it more than the actual product. Same as Montana, same as Winkler, same as a lot of these companies. They get notoriety.
When these knife people set out to destroy Mick Strider, because there's nobody in special operations. Well, I take that back. You might be lucky to find one or two guys in that line of work that you can dissect their lives and their careers and not come up with something heinous, because they kill people for a living, man. You're not a nice dude that goes into that line of work. You were already probably a psychopath when you decided that's what you wanted to do. So if you dissect their lives, you're going to find bad stuff. You know, did Mick Strider steal a car? Yes, he did steal a car. He stole a car in a foreign country to get his guys out of a hostile situation. Do I blame him for that? No. Would that stop me from buying these knives? No. It doesn't stop anybody else, but it just falls back. With whether it's the knife community, the gun community, whatever it is, there are certain things that just aren't for everybody.
That's a fact.
You know,
That's a fact. I still
that
think
$900 spider coat that they had at Blade Show that's dropping this year, that's not for everybody. It's not for me.
but people will buy it.
I do have to say though, for the 50th anniversary, it was pretty lackluster. Like, I'm surprised it didn't do a little something special for everybody. You know, like
the Damascus having the spiders in it was pretty cool.
Well, that's cool, but I'm saying like at the booth, you know, like I'm surprised they weren't doing more like I don't have a Spider Co shirt on right now. You know what I mean? Like, the stickers were kind of
Yeah.
I got their book. The book was pretty nice.
Yeah, I agree with you, Shane. Like that knife's not for me, but it is for collectors, and the work that went into it's pretty awesome. But just not for me.
See, those stories are what sell, and I'm not saying that he should have said anything to John to blaze him. It's just when I've worked shows, and I've done it a bunch in the kitchen and bath business, and in industrial fluids. But when people come to your booth, your job is to show them why your product's a better buy than anybody else's in the show, because you're not just competing.
Unless that's not your business plan.
And I guess that's true. I guess
if that was the case, Gary would sell out. If he took 1,000 knives to Blade Show, Gary should sell out. Just because if you say, hey, if you want a cutting tool, then it needs to have optimum geometry and optimum heat treat. Then Gary should be able to sell 5,000 knives a year at Blade Show.
Well,
I mean, that's exactly why I bought it.
What everybody's after.
But everybody's buying different stuff. So you're not just competing for those knives that are similar to your knife or a competitor. You're competing for everybody's money in their pocket, right? So I would think the more you engage and try to show someone why your knife's special, the better chances you are to sell it, right? Not necessarily go into salesman mode or ShamWow guy mode, but just talk about the few elevator points that make it a better buy, that make it a better tool for, not everything, but if this is the task that you're after.
I don't think everybody's willing to do that. Like, I can't see Chase Boatwright standing there giving you a sales pitch either.
Yeah.
No, and I'm sure that
I could be wrong, but I can't see it.
Well, artists don't give sales pitch, and a lot of those guys are really materialist, multimedia artists.
Here's the other thing too. You're not considering.
When I started making knives, John, when I got into making knives, there was 3 or 4 people that motivated me and made me make decisions on what I wanted to make. One of them was Gary, and I'd never met Gary. I just knew the things that Pete said and the testing that Pete done. I thought that's the group I want to be in one day. But it was Gary, it was Brian Kim, and Alex Steinberger. When somebody asked me, hey man, I want a true performance cutting tool. Those are the first. I'm not saying they're the only ones. They're the ones that I knew best. That's what I would go after. So that's what inspired me. I could make big chunky fixed blades that look cool but don't cut great, but that's not what I wanted to do.
Right.
Going back to Mick though, John, something is you're not considering is he doesn't necessarily. He's in a position where he doesn't really care if he gets more dealers.
No.
So that's it's not. He doesn't have to go sell.
I don't know,
Correct,
man. When
correct.
you walk around Blade Show, though, you do realize the scale of the competition is wild.
Right.
Any company slips up, they are as good as gone, man. There's
I don't know if that's
1,500
true.
people ready just to take your place.
I don't know if that's true either, but I've seen so many people
I'll give you a good example,
Flat.
Shane.
just flat screw over their customer base, and they still have a customer base.
Well,
But
they got a
then you
different customer base. It ain't the same customer
Hoback
base.
still has a very loyal customer base.
Jason
But I think
Browse.
it's been cut down by about 40%.
Yeah, he's not global as he used to be, but his people, if you go to the Hoback page, they're all still standing in line to buy that stuff.
Same with Jason Browse.
Yeah.
Is he still around?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
They both got customer bases just big enough to keep them in business. Are they ever going to be able to blow up again? Probably not. But I don't think everybody wants to.
I agree, Jeff.
Everybody has a different idea of what their future, or what they want it to look like.
And that's true.
So
When
here's something.
When Greg Medford made the decision, alienate half the population and come right out and say, I don't want those pansies to own my knives. Well, good on him. You know, he took a stand. Now, if he ends up going bankrupt because of it, then that's 100% his fault. But
He likely will. See, I don't see that as being smart, and I don't see that as being valiant. I don't see it as being integrity.
I don't either.
I see it as being selfish.
Right.
I see it as being self-destructive.
It is. Nobody would ever say it's a good business plan.
And, well, I think it's also cocky for some of them.
It's very cocky. They're cocky guys.
Oh, I got so many sales. Well, guess what, buddy? You're not going to. That's not a long-term. You know, I'm trying to make a company that's going to outlast me.
Right.
And, you know, going down those kinds of rabbit holes are just outrageously counterproductive.
Right.
And
I agree. It's a bad business model, but one thing about the integrity you mentioned, I mean, he's keeping the integrity to himself. If that truly is how he feels and wants to verbalize it, whether it's right or wrong, whatever, and he wants to say it, then that's being true to himself. Is it bad business? Yes.
He's being true to himself, but that is not a virtue in this case. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know you can step back. Well, he speaks his mind, but yeah. So what?
I
A lot of
just
people, and you can hurt. You know, you can hurt other people's feelings, like the Chinese shirt. You know, look, I hate Chinese knives and what China does to, you know, in terms of the marketplace as much as anybody. And in terms of integrity, I actually follow it in other parts of my life. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to do something offensive and do it under the guise of, you know, I'm standing by my guns. That's what I believe. No, that's jerkism. I don't see it as a virtue.
So, Waver.
I see all sides to that. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I don't agree with everything he says, but I do at least give credit, not necessarily to him, but people in general who stick up for what they believe in and aren't afraid to back down. And if that causes them a loss in, you know, sales, then so be it.
But
as far as it being a business model, no.
I already said it's a bad business model. I already said that.
That's my thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with anybody speaking their mind, and if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do, man. But
you got to accept.
If you got it. To me, in my opinion, just like in anybody else's opinion, I mean, in my opinion, if you're in sales and you're selling these right here, I'm going to stay neutral in everything publicly. Now, like out here online, this and that. Now, behind the scenes, we're hanging out in my shop, this and that. Yeah, I'll speak my mind all day long. But when I'm up here on the platform, I'm not going to voice my opinion on anything.
Alex does, though. Selling the very thing. Selling the very thing you just showed. He's very
exactly, yeah.
but he's not outspoken on a us or them. He's just about his knife. You know,
No, he definitely is, John. He definitely goes hard on China. The one thing that I would disagree on with that, Ryan, is the fact that he also has made it clear. No, I'm not talking about Alex. I'm talking about Greg. That he's content with his business being smaller because he doesn't necessarily want money from people who feel differently than what he does. And if that's a path he chooses, it may not be the best global business model, but that's his business model. He's willing to stick to it.
And like I said, I mean, I get that. I mean, that's his choice with his business. But my thing is everybody's money spends as good as Shane's.
And it keeps your business alive.
Or Javon's or Bugs's. I want a piece of everybody out there. So publicly, I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I'll let y'all do all the fighting and stuff, and then I'm going to take everybody's money to the bank. Both sides.
And that's smart.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Smarter business plan, no doubt.
I mean, as far as business goes, you know. Now, like I said, behind the scenes, man, this is what I believe, and I'll stand up for it and everything. But on the public, like on a public platform, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
A great example is my friend Wes, who is an All-American in Alabama. He's about 4 years older than me. He went into business with his dad, who had an established stockbroking company. And he's on Facebook every weekend bashing Auburn fans, which are half of the state. And in Alabama, football, religion, and politics you don't talk about. Well, he has a radio show on the sports network every Friday where he bashes Auburn. And to me, I understand Wes feels that way, but it costs him a lot of business. People would not do business with Wes just because, as trivial as it is, that he spends so much time bashing the other football team in the state, which is trivial, but it hurts his business. Does he need that business? But he doesn't need it because they're loaded.
I'm coming at it maybe a little different angle, and some of this might have to do with my other profession. Is I am so tired of people being divisive. When it comes to politics, this is a group of opinions,
right?
And to think if you don't hold the same opinion as I have on this matter, whatever the matter happens to be, I can't be your friend.
That's right.
100%.
That's like junior high total BS.
Exactly.
And I'm just so tired of it all around the country with all kinds of different people. It's like, dude, look, that's like you like chocolate ice cream and I like vanilla ice cream, so we can't hang out. You know,
you both like ice cream.
It's just.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Gary, that's exactly the perfect way to look at it. And if you take those separate sides of the coin and you take them into a room and you ask them just basic life questions, what's important to you? You're going to find a lot of the same things, a lot of commonality, safety, security, my family being taken care of.
I have found there is an inverse relationship.
That's funny, Drew.
I have found there is an inverse relationship with the strength of somebody's opinion on a matter and their actual knowledge of that matter. Like, it's just so true.
You're 100% right.
And it's like, if the more you know about it and the more you realize it, you realize, you know what? These two aren't really that far apart as but it's,
you know what it took for me to realize that, and it's only just been a few years ago that I realized that we can be talking about a factual thing, regardless of what it is. And I was in my 50s before I realized that factual thing could have affected that guy's life differently than it affected mine. And that's why we have a different opinion on it. You know, there's no arguing what the factual thing is because it's a factual thing. But it could have affected somebody else's life differently than it affected mine. So that's really opened my eyes in the past few years and why I try to just not argue about it.
Like part of the thing for me, like in ministry and in a church and being a pastor, I got people that have different political. I'm in a very moderate area. This isn't super conservative. This isn't super liberal.
Right.
And so, like, I got people with very different viewpoints. And there are churches and pastors that like to make the pulpit about politics, which that is not me. But the thing of the matter is, you're going to cut one person's ears off or the other to what, as pastors, we believe is a much more important message than whether you think there should be universal health care or not. There are more important things, and people's relationships are certainly one of them. And so it's frustrating. So back to the point of Greg, I listen to him talk sometimes. He talks about business and what's going on in global trade and some of these things. It's like, man, this guy is really sharp. Like he really has a real understanding of some of the nuance and dynamics in the market and dealing with China and some of the ways in which, I remember he went on a thing where he, had like a fake Benchmade or something like that. And it was like $7. He's like, you couldn't even buy the raw materials to do that. So, very strong point. But then he goes off the deep end in political nonsense. It's like, man, if you would have just stopped like right there, like
I tell people all the time, if you skip the first 5 minutes of most of Greg's videos, because that's usually where he does his ranting.
Well, I would say it's a sandwich.
Yeah, and get to the point where
you
he
really
actually
want
starts
the middle.
talking facts. He's very, very intelligent.
So speaking of Chinese products, I have this Jack Wolf knife. It's part of this less expensive series.
Yeah.
I actually quite like it in a number of ways, but I sharpen it, and I just noticed. I don't know if it's going to show up.
Make you big.
It shows up. What do you see? Here, I'm going to flip to the other side.
Missing a pin there.
Yeah, where'd it go?
Oh, where's the pin?
I don't know.
Damn it, Ling Ling forgot an extra pin.
It started in there.
We can get that fixed. I can reach out to Ben Belkin for you if you send me a picture of that.
Oh yeah, John's good buddy.
So Shane,
I did make up with him. Shane made up with him too.
About Fox Brothers, even though we didn't get the beef rib, and we will
Did you
next
hear me,
year.
Kyle?
I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah.
Shane, tell Kyle about you and Ben Belkin's love fest.
We just buried the hatchet. That's all.
You pussy.
Ben's a good guy. Ben started out as a GEC. He's a businessman, but he started out as a GEC and still is. He still collects GECs religiously. And the reason he's making locking knives now is because the market wanted them. He's a strict businessman. He saw a need. He successfully filled it for whatever reason. I know there was a lot of hype put behind it, but I think he's a sharp guy. I think Ben, this is not his first business.
The part John forgot to tell you, Kyle, is that I told Ben
Damn it, Patina.
that I still firmly stand behind everything I said. I just came to the realization that after a certain point, I was just screaming to hear myself scream. Like, I'm not going to get my point across to anybody else. That people have everybody has heard it, and people either side with it or side against it. So that's why I kind of dropped it, because for me to keep on about it, it just, even to me, felt like I was just being an asshole at this point. So
yeah, and especially because you had already won. You got the begging plea.
Right. But yeah. I never disliked Ben. I never said a single word negative about his knives. I just hated the
what
fact.
about the mullet? Did you say anything about that?
No, I let the mullet alone. I just hated the fact
I did.
that he released those knives made in China at a higher price point than a comparable American knife. I still don't like it. I think if you'll pay that for a Chinese, I think it's dumb to pay that for a Chinese made knife.
But you did, Shane, over the weekend. I heard you say to somebody that you don't think there should be any control on what the market's willing to pay. That you think that's what capitalism's about.
Yeah.
So he evidently did his research to set that price point and then did his marketing with his team of people. Bugsy, I'm going to make you big for a second because I want you to show that knife.
Yeah, Bugsy. Make you big, buddy.
It's
Show
gonna
that
cost
thing.
you.
Show that thing off, buddy.
Tell everybody what that is.
Space Monkey.
That's
Yep.
a fact, Jack.
Bro, it's better in person, y'all.
Yeah, it is
I
badass.
love how he put the liner in before he did the actual grinding, so it all matches up nice. Feels like an integral.
Yeah, it's very nice in hand.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, and Donovan is such a cool dude over at Space Monkey.
Tina, don't
He's,
let John fool you. It didn't go that far.
He's out of Canada, and he's not even convinced he's good at making knives. So when I saw this, I was like, man. And this is the last one on the table, and it was the one with the spidey hole, which I wanted because I don't like the thumb studs. But
I don't either.
man, everything kind of. My wife actually got it for me. So again,
Makes it even better.
Bugsy,
shout out to the wife.
if you, don't
Imagine
want,
that.
if you don't want to say on here, text me and let me know what you paid for that. I'm just curious what that cost.
It was 900,
That's more than fair.
which I thought was dope. Because I forget what
Yeah,
I
it's
forget
$1,000.
what steel it is now.
It's $1,000 knife all day.
I don't know who has a better wife, Bugsy or me.
I'd like to meet your wife. I've met her, but I'd like to hang out with her. I'm sure she's just as sweet. I'll tell you who else has a really champion wife is Bama knife guy Lee.
Oh yeah.
It's all too often when you make friends with a dude and then you meet his significant other and you have to act different when she's with him. That's
You guys
always
would like
a
my wife. She's very friendly.
But with Bugsy's, she was just one of those people you could tell.
Oh
I
yeah,
ain't got to put on a front. I ain't got to pretend I'm something I'm not. I can act the exact way I act, and she's cool with it. That's why I like her.
I went down and got my knives from Blade Show. If you want to see them,
Yeah.
what
I'm
I
curious
got from
what
Blade
you
Show. So,
I'm gonna make
we're
it big.
since we're in slip joint land, this was not from Blade Show. This was from another knife show. Chinese, and it lost the pin. So,
Jack Wolf, another sweet.
so I got this.
I'm into that.
I got this slip joint also for $100, so only slightly more than. Let me take it out. A GEC.
Ooh.
There we
That was
There you go.
$100.
$100, 1095 GEC. Nice. Half stop. Good walk and talk. It's a light pull. I like a light pull. Don't say that's what she said.
I like a lot too.
And then
As
I like
much as I hate 1095, I would
I
take
like
that
how
all day
they're
over the
all heavy.
Jack Wolf.
At first, anyway.
They do such a good job.
Okay, I got something else super cool. It's in this bag. All right. So step one. Here, let's see here. You know what that is?
Pop
Ooh,
no.
that's an open L. Which kind is it?
This is a number 8. It's very nice. This needs a sharpen job, but we'll get on that.
Yeah,
at
they
some
all
point.
do.
But that's not what's cool. What's cool is I got this kit. And this here goes into here like that.
Oh,
It's a full camp kit.
You got the knife. And so I leave that in my truck. If I go somewhere and they don't give me utensils, I can take care of that. So that's cool.
And that handle doesn't look like it's wood, or is it painted wood?
It's wood. It's just painted.
Okay.
Now back to China. I just wanted one of these in my arsenal. This is a Rosecraft.
They make great knives.
And I
I
sharpened
get
it.
the rough craft up too. I actually was just pulling it out.
You're doing what, Ryan?
I was
That's
just
what she
pulling it
said.
out.
All right.
Present them.
What blade steel are those, Gary?
D2.
D2. This was $55.
Okay.
But is it D2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're D2, but it's good.
Even if it says it's D2, you still have to question, is it D2? But for that price, it doesn't matter.
They were absolutely needed.
No, it does not matter at this price.
At this price, no, but that's a decent choice. I'm happy with that.
I like
And the
that.
handle materials and
$50.
finish
The
are
handle,
great.
the handle alone's.
You
Well,
just got to cut the
handle,
steak at
and it's got a shield, and it's finished. Those those pins are finished. Yeah.
We
It was
carry
cool.
those
I-
knives and more. We just picked them up.
I just wanted one. I won't get two, but it's cool.
I was thinking about buying one of those ABW slip joints.
Bro, you have got to pick one of those up.
I didn't have the extra cash, so I was like, eh.
That's the
All
best value in USA made slip
It
joint.
is by far, man.
What kind of blade
sure
steel is that? Magna cut on those?
Yeah.
Magna Cut, titanium, $158.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
You can't beat it, man.
I hope they got the same stuff going next year. I'm gonna grab one.
Now, the knife that kind of really caught my attention just walking by that I bought, and I actually quite like it, but I think I need to work on it a little bit, is this guy. This is it's K-Bar's like custom shop division. It's called State and Union. And these had some interesting steels and even more interesting price points. That's a hollow grind. That's a deep carry wire clip. This one is an S90V. They had some in Magnamax and they had some in 1095. The Magnamax was 180. This was 160. And
Not bad.
1095 was 100.
Is it a backlock?
It is a backlock, and it's a
Nice.
sticky backlock. We worked on the action a little bit. It's actually acceptable now, and it's also now sharp because sharpening it was not their gift.
Gary, I want to ask just so everybody hears you. If you were buying a knife purely for edge retention purposes, would you go with Magnamax or S90?
Magnamax.
Purely for edge retention. Magnamax is going to outcut S90, you think?
No, it's going to be the same, but it's going to be tougher, so you can drop the angle down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So functionally, you'll get better edge retention.
I got you. Yeah,
I love that one.
I've always liked that one, Ryan.
That's hideous. What is that?
That's a Rosecraft.
It's a Rosecraft that, I mean, it's just, it fits it in hand so good and everything. And hell, it was like $30 at the table. I even have it for 25. So
I'm also,
I would have gave her $5. I'd have taken
it
it.
was the ugliest thing in the world. But when I picked it up and put it in my hand, I was like, I want this.
I got something for 35 better than that, though. Let me go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my last knife from Blade Show that I'm actually pretty pleased with. I didn't actually want it in this steel necessarily, but it was the same price as a regular steel, so I'm like, well, for that, I'll get this one.
That's Brown Bear stuff. It should be pretty good steel.
Yeah.
Well, I like stainless, but
Is that
You know what?
15V?
that's 15V.
Oh, didn't you?
Well, what's more interesting about it than the steel is that this is a PM2 lightweight, and I haven't had or even handled one of these. And I was very curious. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love their bi-directional
Like it a lot.
FRN or whatever they call it. It just feels really good in the hand. And they make mod kits for those now too, for the lightweights, if you ever wanted to add scales to it.
Why
I
would
didn't
you?
know
This is
I
fine.
don't know
You know,
why, because it's light. There's no reason. You know what's interesting about those and the dragonflies? Do you know there are no washers in there? That there's just a raised plastic area on the inside of the scale that washer perfectly rotates on?
Gary, didn't you pick up a Little Native 15V?
I did. It did. That's down in the kitchen. Yep. $100. It was a second.
And did you get your auto stitch there?
I got the auto stitch, but that was a trade with the older guy,
I got you.
the best sharpener in the world.
Did you get his autograph?
I did not. He's like, I want to sharpen some of your knives for you. And I was like,
Pass.
Let her be shady.
yeah. I wasn't excited about that. So two other interesting things I want to mention before I jump off here shortly is one, I think at this Blade show, I found the company that I'm going to use to OEM my folder.
Nice.
And it'll be US made. So here's what it'll be. It'll be USA made. It will have a thumb hole, not a round hole, but like a triangular hole for opening. It'll be, actually, I'm looking at the drawing here now. It will be 7.64 inches overall opened.
That's a big hole.
And you lose my train of thought here. It'll be in Magnamax. It'll be in Magnamax, and it will be aluminum body, anodized aluminum, push button mechanism, USA made. I'm hoping to land. I'm hoping to get this at a retail of around $350 to $370. I think that's a fair. It's a good size knife. I think that's
What's
like
the name?
I don't have a name for it yet.
You're gonna get that straight to Pete first.
Pete will probably get one, but you know the company I'm working with, it'll probably only be 100 knife run for the first one, and then it'll take a while to ramp up.
Okay, how are you supposed to beat this for $35?
That's the best $35 purchase ever.
That mild steel.
A freaking sword.
You know, it's
It's not
funny.
an actual ninja tool.
It's funny you ask. He claims it's $51.60.
Okay, good.
And I'm gonna say I believe him only because it was only $35 because it was the last hour of the last day. But when I bought this for my grandson for $25, I asked. I was like, "Hey man, I don't care, but that's mild steel, right?" He's like, "Yes, those are absolutely mild steel." And then when I asked about the sword, he's like, "No, the swords are $51.60." So I got a mild steel axe for $25, and I got a $51.60 sword for $35.
I'd like to ask you a question.
Yeah,
but
That's exactly what Cam needs.
yeah, I bought both of these for my grandson. I think he's gonna be tickled to death. My daughter is already big mad about it.
So I got an axe at Blade. I got a hardcore. It has a hammer for the pole.
Hardcore hammers.
It's like I would call it like a camp axe type size axe. You know,
But the company was Hardcore Hammers.
Hardcore, yeah.
Yeah, I met them. They seem like pretty nice guys.
Well, I didn't realize that they're made 10 minutes from here.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like,
are they expensive? I never got.
No, not for what it is, and it's interesting because it is a cast head rather than a forged head, and that interested me. The edge is whackety jacked.
Yeah.
So
whack back.
It's like a V and then a secondary bevel, both straight V's. So I'm not a huge fan of convex, but for an axe, I want a convex. So I'll correct the drive.
BRB.
I'll correct the drive.
Correct. I may have made a mistake on the axe. I could have got a cold steel. You're correct.
How much were those Lynn Thompson American Tantos?
They were very reasonable. I didn't see. You talking about like the 8-9 inch ones? They were like $80.
I should have bought one of them.
Yeah, well, they weren't selling them. You couldn't buy anything.
Oh, good. I feel better about that then.
Yeah, they were just displaying them and showing them.
It's kind of like a preview.
MSRP. But yeah, he had some nice stuff, and the price. I'm assuming it's all still Taiwan made because
that's
for
fine.
those prices they have to be. Yeah, I don't.
Are they gonna? Is it gonna drop? Are they gonna drop, or what are they?
This fall.
Oh, this fall. Yeah, I'll get in line for one of them.
Did you not see the picture of me and Lynn Thompson?
I was going to say, you got to send it to me. Let me put it up
It's on Instagram. There it is.
That
was already
look
on
like he's about to stab Shane.
I was already on it.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget how big I am.
You know, there's a blade going down the entire length of that cane.
Oh, I know.
He's getting ready to stick Shane with it.
There's
Shane's
a
in his
spot of
personal
XL
space.
inside his pant leg too.
You know what that looks like? That's a humanized version of Gru yelling at one of his minions.
Yeah. I don't know why that picture is so humorous to me. But man, I looked at some axes there that were $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
But they were definitely they were decoration for sure.
The ones behind me.
Yeah.
Where's
you got some $1,000 axes?
Yeah, they had real expensive, totally unusable, but interesting. So that was the one thing. And the second thing that I'm excited about is Dutch bushcraft knives. I sent them a Magna Max Folklore, which is a bushcraft knife. And they just finished testing it, and it did very well. And that video is going to drop on Thursday.
Okay.
So keep your eye out for DBK's Thursday video.
I love watching those.
That's going to get you so covered up. I mean, I can't imagine the reach that those guys have.
I will say this, Gary. I don't always take them super seriously, but they're extremely entertaining. I love that pair.
You know, they know they're fairly knowledgeable. I did sit down. I did deliver them a knife personally once in Holland, and I sat down at Martin's table and I was like, dude, what is with you in thinking convex edges are the best for everything? And like, they just aren't. They're probably not even the best for bushcrafting.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, they just have some opinions I don't agree with, but
Did he give you an answer, Gary? Did y'all get to debate it at all?
He's like, you know, a lot of it came from Bark River, and I think maybe early on they were kind of picking up what Bark River was putting down. I don't know where they're at now. I think they still prefer them for feather sticking. I mean, like for that one operation, so it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can feather stick with almost any knife.
They feather stick every video, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they start a fire, and it is hard to feather stick with like a straight bushcraft because it wants to bite in.
Right.
Otherwise known as being sharp.
Right.
But that's the that is one operation. It's a little bit harder to do with a V edge, but they're good guys. They do know. I mean, they are capable with the bushcrafting and testing out the edge. My particular bushcraft knife, which was like one of the first melts of MagnaCut. Just that first melt of MagnaCut was really good. And the preceding MagnaCut was good, but not as good as that. And so they compare it to that old MagnaCut knife because that was the best, for forming MagnaCut they had seen. And I think it was. I think that melt was really good. But anyway, it sounds like it's going to be pretty complimentary, so I'm excited for that. I was looking forward to it, but you never know. And, maybe the knife was a dud or it didn't work out or something. And so that's not the case. So that's coming on Thursday.
That's a bigger knife than I typically look at, but it is so comfortable. And it looks like a super capable knife when I held it at Blade Show.
Yeah, if that's what you need to, if that's what you're doing, if you're bushcrafting, it's great for that. I made it a little bigger than the Woodlore, which is sort of like the, standard bushcraft, because when you baton, if you try to do anything of any size, the knife gets lost in it. So
And I love the medium. I mean, it looks so much different at the table than when you've shown it on the show. I think it's just a great size. Yeah. I mean, it just looked, well, I guess because it was finished, it had scales. I don't think you've shown one with scales.
Yeah. Well, cool.
But yeah.
I'm excited for that. You know, that's the next knife that's going to go that PG route. So, you know, the ground route, and I'll start pumping those out. Erica's EDC, I think, will like those. That's down her alley. She likes that sort of size knife.
Right.
If I'm feather sticking, the Hyatt has some serious problems.
Yeah. You're gonna want your deposit back, aren't you, Kyle?
Yeah.
Buy knives because they're purty.
I rough it at the Marriott.
Yeah. I think it's something everybody should at least know how to do, though.
So this
I mean,
is
Kyle,
really-
you were without heat this winter. Not that it would have done you any good if you don't have a wood burning heater, but
Did I survive?
you did. I'm just saying, things happen. Maybe one of these days it'll be even worse. You'll need to know how to feather stick.
Y'all know who made this knife? It does not look reminiscent of their knives.
You might have to feather stick and baton that fence into a pile of firewood next winter. You never know.
I've burned the house on before that.
I baton so often. So many fucking. I had to cut a tree down today out front. Big branch came down. And
That's the
you know
new
what?
TKL Cadet.
There you go.
How much was
Super
that?
spicy.
Great towel.
225 aluminum handle, CTS XHP.
Oh, that's a good deal. Especially for Tico.
Yeah. And I don't know if that was the Blade Show deal. Let me see what it is regularly. That's something, if you ever want a TKL knife, they've got great deals at
Hashtag cost survived.
let's see. The Cadet
Clip.
is
I would never use an outhouse. I'm more refined than that. Get it right, Igloo Boy.
$295 on their site.
Still not too
Well,
bad.
that's yeah.
How big is it overall?
It is, instead of me measuring it, I'm going to scroll down. It is overall 7 inches with a 2.5-inch blade and a 4 1/4 inch handle.
I will say, guys, I didn't get to see everything at Blade Show, but in my opinion, I think I found the best looking custom knife I've ever seen, and it was a chef's knife made by a kid. I say a kid, young man. JT's Custom Knives is the maker, and the knife wasn't actually at his table. The knife was commissioned by 285 Custom Woodworks, and they had the knife displayed because it had their scales on it. And that was by far the most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed at Blade Show.
I think it's one of the most beautiful knives I've ever seen.
What
Is
it,
that
the blade?
was that the kid you were looking for, Shane?
No.
There was a lot of artsy talent there this year.
Yeah, I did. I forgot that I kind of oogled over him last year, though, because last year a lot of people remember him because he had that beautiful chef knife sitting on that LED light stand that made the LED come through the handles, the lighting. He didn't have that this year, so I didn't put 2 and 2 together and realize it was the same maker. But I think
How old was the kid?
I don't know how he is.
You remember if he was from Kentucky, Shane? I found a couple on Instagram. I don't see a chef knife on this. This is a JT Custom Knives.
No, I've got him on Instagram. Hang on.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to head on out, but it was
What's up,
good to
Crispy?
see you.
Gary, I'm sorry I set the time an hour early, buddy.
Oh, that's all right.
This particular knife was called his Stingray.
There you go.
JT
Good night.
Blade.
Have a good night, Gary.
Later, Gary.
It's the JT Blade Works Stingray. Here's
Is
one of
JT Blade Works his name? Like if I go to Instagram, JT Blade Works.
That
Yes.
the parts of the scale right there that look like snake skin is clear.
Yeah.
Is that one's clear?
And just so y'all know, I bought 9 pieces. I spent my entire Blade Show.
Ooh, I found it at Blade Show. Is this
I
it?
spent my entire Blade Show
It did
budget
like
on this
he
scale.
had copper wave Damascus on the tank. Like
Is that it?
that may be it.
Hold on a second.
That's his
Yeah,
table.
that was
But
probably
the clear part of the scales, you could see through and see the copper wave Damascus on the tank behind it. Dude, it was just the amount of detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, now when it gets all the way to the right here,
That's hot.
that's the other piece of the billet from the Stingray.
Right.
But now this just this knife right here.
With
it's
the
just
amber
a
handle?
flat blade. Yeah, that one was for sale for $500. And I could not believe I watched him package that knife up and take it home. Not
Look
that
at I know. I'm just looking at the different knives because I'm going to show you. Let's see. It's got each one of these.
You don't know me.
Is it this one here? No, that's not it.
Those are nice,
It's got
nice
that amber
burlers.
looking hand.
Right up there. Yeah.
That's the one right
That's
there.
it, right?
Yes.
That's stunning.
Look at that. Shadow
You can't see it.
Stingray. Yeah.
You can't see it on the video, but those scales are called fractured. They have voids in them where it's just clear epoxy, and through those clear spots, you can see that copper Damascus when you look deep into it.
That's awesome.
But I spent
I always
almost,
wanted somebody to do that.
I spent almost $400 on that scale, on that type of scale material. So I've got
Dope.
quite a few pieces of it. I think Ryan even bought a piece for himself.
Yeah, I bought some for Shane to play with.
And while we're here, Ryan, before I forget, I did not get my thumb discs from you.
I know.
So
What's that? A bench scraper.
let's
That's for scraping off
Your
glue
workbench?
like a
No.
flat iron.
it's
A
for
griddle.
no. God
That's a
damn it.
griddle.
Let me talk.
Yeah, you scrape the little drain thing out of the griddle.
All right. Ryan's muted so I can talk. No, that is for sanding, like when you're working on a flat surface. Ryan should know this if he's just being a dickhead.
Yeah,
It kind of
the
looks
griddle.
like that thing the dude at Waffle House cleans out the grease trap on the griddle with.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That dude is an
Fire
that's
lights up
see
when
those
you place
lights?
on the stand.
It's sexy.
There's LED lights causing those lights to light up. Now it doesn't look like that when you take it off the stand. It's
Because
only
the stand's what conducts it and makes it glow, it says.
right. The light travels through the handle and it comes out those. Yeah, he's an
Mad
artist.
scientist. Oh, he does
There was a
little
lot of
EDC
really
too.
artsy Damascus this year. Some really nice Damascus.
But now I'm stuck. Am I going to have to buy copper Damascus just to use those scale materials? 'Cause
No.
the one he had on his table, that one right there.
Look, that's
Yeah,
not copper Damascus.
That one's not copper.
It looks good.
That price of this is not going to be the same price though,
That was
Shane.
$500 though, dude. That is an absolute steal for that knife.
I'm
That
saying
copper
your
Damascus-
knives.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kyle.
I'm just saying your knives are not going to be the same price they are now with G10 and that
Oh
material.
no, I mean, if I put that on something, because it was not cheap, some of the most expensive scale material I bought. If I use that, it's going to have to be a little more. I mean, that's just part of it.
Check that out. That looks pretty clean.
It's bad that he doesn't inspire me to make better kitchen knives. He almost inspires me not to make kitchen knives.
Again, your kitchen knives are designed to cut.
Yeah, like the guy that owns that copper Damascus Stingray, the guy at 285 Custom Woodworks.
Right.
It's never cut anything and it never will. It's like you can't cut something with this knife.
No, you're not. You've got that to display.
He paid $1,000 for that knife to display in his booth to show what his scale materials could look
Right. Exactly. It's the same thing as the cutting boards that I make. The people that buy these cutting boards, they're not buying them to use.
Right.
They don't cut on them.
Yeah.
They sit on their stove.
Ryan
and they-
tried to buy it back from him. He offered him $1,000 for it and he wouldn't take
I
it.
did. I wasn't going to give him more than $1,000 for it, but
Yeah.
it's worth more than $1,000, I think.
Oh yeah, if I had the expendable cash, I would have easily paid over $1,000. And
But
then been mad that I can't use it. But it's not only beautiful; it was a very well made chef style. I mean, it was like paper thin. It was pretty incredible.
What's up, Scooter?
Have you shut off your handles?
I took total strangers to that table. Like, I would just run into somebody. I'd be like, "Hey, man, you want to see the most beautiful thing at Blade Show?" And they're like, "Sure." And I'd walk them over there and show it to them.
David, what's up, brother? Mr. Eggs and Ham's in the house. So Shane, you your scale material to Kyle?
I sent Kyle some pictures.
Okay.
They didn't turn out. The lighting was bad. The pictures I sent, they look kind of flat. I don't know.
You didn't send me pictures.
What's up, Scooter?
I thought I did.
You have them close to you?
I got it right here.
Here, I'll make you big.
Yeah, you got some badass scale material.
Very happy to see Eggs.
Yeah. Who's Eggs?
Oh, you sent me that one picture, but it was
Eggs and Ham's an OG, man. I met him back.
Yeah, you did, Shane. I forgot about those. The pictures were hard to see some of the stuff, but yeah,
The lighting in the show is terrible.
The lighting's not great.
Those do look cool though.
Oh, there's the pup, Kyle or Ryan.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Hey, I follow him now.
The tactical bulldog.
Hell yeah.
The blower.
That dude's
Well,
awesome.
go back. I want to see the puppers.
Oh, hey, Kyle, I'll share you his Instagram. It's amazing. That dog is so cool.
What's it
Look at his
do?
helmet.
He's just laying there in this picture.
Yeah, look at his headgear. Hey, he wears night vision goggles and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
I
badass.
thought I had some cool dogs, but no, I don't. My dogs suck.
And the highlight of the show, y'all, just so y'all know, Adam Purvis's girlfriend was there.
Oh Lord.
And I did muster up the courage to go speak to her.
Why did you?
She was like, "I'm surprised anybody even recognized me." I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
He told me it was his wife at Blade Show.
She may be his wife. I'm not sure if they're married.
You're trying to morally make it better, so now you're calling her a girlfriend.
Yeah, look at that badass knife that Ryan Ellis got.
Let me make
John.
him big. A handle.
I like.
You're
that
the least
material.
person to talk about creeping on people, John.
I don't creep anymore. You notice I don't even follow Countess Ann anymore.
Now look at that grind. Shut up, John. We're admiring a fucking masterpiece from Blade.
Kyle, you made that look awesome.
John, shut up.
You know how much work Kyle put into that?
Kyle didn't do that. He sent it back to me because it was too thick for him to sharpen.
I know. I'm fucking with you, Shane.
Myself.
I'm not trying to make
It's
you
still
feel.
fucking thick as hell. This thing will chop a tree down, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want those to be like razor blade slicers. They're made for outdoor use.
The handles look great too.
CPM crew
Yeah.
wear.
It all
I
looks
bought this
good.
for
I
my
like
dad.
some little
Shane, how do
flavor
you
up
do
top
that
too.
spine that like Jason does, that little serpentine? I've never understood. Do you just go one side and then move forward and do the other side? And
Yeah, well, you file one side, then you go to the other side and kind of go right. You start right in the middle where the other one ends, and it creates that
do
serpentine.
you freehand it or do you trace it on there first?
I don't measure shit.
Damn it, Scooter. Yeah, we know.
Kyle, have I ever measured anything?
We know you don't measure, Shane. That's why I sent them back to you.
Right.
Crispy.
Yeah, congratulations to Ryan on Ed giving him that win.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Forever.
Scooter's
Nice.
such an asshole.
He's come so far, dude.
Did you not have that on you at Blade, Ryan?
Huh?
Did you not have that on you at Blade or something? I didn't.
I
get a
had
chance
it
to
on
see
me.
I did.
I had some people that wanted to see it before I gave it to him. So
Yeah, I didn't take possession of it until shit. It was late Saturday, Sunday.
that. Oh, okay,
Late
I
Saturday.
didn't get a chance to see it in person.
Yeah. It's badass. That she's freaking sick too, man.
Yeah.
shut up about the sheath.
Sheet's amazing. Sheet's the best part of that knife.
Stevie, you want a link? I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
send it to you right now.
Speaking of which, I asked you guys in the group chat. No one ever responded to me. The
In the private chat,
John, I'm in the middle of a freaking sentence.
I was clarifying your fucking.
No, I was in the middle of a sentence. You would understand the rest of the question if you didn't shut up for 5 seconds.
Go ahead, Master Kyle.
I asked a question in the group chat and no one responded. but did you guys happen to go by the Brian Brown booth and see the fixed blades with Terry Shees?
I heard so much shit about Terry Shees, I didn't want to fucking see him. So no, I didn't know. You know how demeaning it is to show somebody your knife, then spend 15 seconds talking about how nice it is, and the next 2 minutes talking about how badass your sheath work is, and then you have to admit that you didn't make the sheath? Fuck 1931 Leatherworks. That's all I'm saying.
Stevie, you got a link if you're free.
No, man, Terry's awesome. He should definitely come out to
He
the
is.
shows,
Yeah,
man.
it certainly. And let me tell you all this though. I hadn't shared this with many people. So when I gave Scott Stills his knife, like Scott Stills' face lit up, like Ryan's face lit up when he won Scott's auction piece. Like he was ecstatic, happy about this knife. But what I didn't see coming was Sanford Owen was in the booth right beside him. Sanford stepped over and took that knife out of his hand and spent the next 5 minutes glazing me over that knife. And it was all I could do to fit my head out those double doors leaving the ballroom.
It's like that
I have
anyway.
no idea what it feels like for Sanford Owen to fucking stroke your ego.
And he just walked back in from smoking a really nice bowl, so he was in his best mood.
Hey, let me tell you something. I met Sanford over there. Sanford's a really cool dude.
Great guy.
Yes,
and
he does.
Scotty, you're exactly right. Stevie did have the best smelling knife.
Oh my god.
These knife smells phenomenal.
I still need to hear that full story of Scott Stills because I never got to hear it.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty much it. I mean, I delivered it to him. He was
I mean, that's
tickled
pretty
with
much
me.
it.
And I thought that was going to be like the highlight of my blade show. But then when Sanford stepped in uninvited and had an even bigger fit about it, I didn't think it could get any better until it did.
Was Sanford's wife with him?
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. I thought I was going to have to put a leash on Ryan.
Jesus.
Zach, what are you
I
doing?
just asked a
brother?
question. You guys are the one going crazy about it.
Y'all even gotten into the whole how high Ryan was at the Kaiser dinner conversation?
No.
Well, it hasn't been brought up yet. I was kind of wanting Steve to be here. That, like I said,
The
I
only
can't
thing
tell
that
that
made
story.
that
I can't tell it.
pleasurable for me is I did not supply Ryan with said substance.
I've been waiting 36 hours, Shane, for all these, but you've been MIA, and I haven't heard any stories yet.
So everybody in the chat will understand this when I say it. Snuzz
I got snuzzed.
held his hand
You
out
got so slow.
and told Ryan, "Hey, take this," and Ryan did. And then when I found out, I was like, "Oh,
Hold on, Shane. Ryan, what were the two things that Snuzz said to you?
Okay, there was two things. He said, Ryan, this is going to come on very slowly. He said, just remember, I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. You're going to be just fine. He said, the next thing to remember is enjoy the ride.
Go ahead, Shane. I just had to get that part in because that's so
I
Snuzz.
did not enjoy the ride. I was
It's okay.
scared to death for Ryan.
You
Oh, I
projected.
was, dude, that dude put me on Pluto.
I'll be just, I had to fix Ryan's plate at the Kaiser dinner because he couldn't stand up. I was like, "I'll go get your food, dude." So I
And
fixed
then he
his plate.
didn't get my food.
And I remember running into Stevie, and I asked Stevie, I was like, "Dude, is Ryan going to be okay?" And Stevie, make me a big screen, John.
Oh, yeah. And Stevie looked at him cold
Stevie
stare.
looked me right in the eye and went, "No." And Stevie was right. He was not okay.
He was okay. You projected. He was having a laid back time, and you were like,
Oh,
dude.
Lord of mercy. I just couldn't sit still. As long as I
wonder
wouldn't
what
sit
happened
still, I
to
was
you
fine.
guys that night.
The funniest thing, we're sitting at the Kaiser dinner and somebody's making a speech. It was after dinner and they had like, I don't know, 12, 18 tables, round tables, everybody sitting at the tables. And Ryan's not a small guy, but he gets up, slowly walks out the back and just out the door. And Shane goes, "Are you going to go check on Ryan?" And I was like, "Sure." So I walked out and here comes Ryan just smiling and walking back in. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I just checking out the pit."
Yeah. So I go outside and I run into, hands down, the coolest guy I met at Blade Show. His name's Ethan Rogers. He is a Marine, was a Marine that lives in Appalachia. And he had these little braids behind his ears that had bobcat teeth in the braids to tell you how redneck he is. And Ryan walks up in the midst of this conversation and doesn't have a fucking clue what is happening. He's just standing there staring at Ethan. And eventually turns around and walks off. And Ethan turns and looked at me and went, "Man, that dude's fucking baked, ain't he?" Like, yeah, he is. And this is
Just so
You guys talking about Ryan?
yeah,
Welcome to the
this guy
instigator.
right here.
yeah. That's my boy Ethan right there.
My surgery where my cat with AIDS bit me back in February. He
Appalachian.
said, "Hey, you want to do a steroid shot?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay." I told that lady, I believe it or not, I don't like needles, right? She said, "Oh, it ain't nothing. You'll be fine." Daggum doctor come in. Now, he said, I'm going to bring some people in here, like student and, apprentices type thing. He says, "Hey, I ain't got no stress ball for you. You just going to have to suck it up." I said, "All right, well, the lady right here said it wasn't going to be bad." Said, "You can sing if you want to." I was in surgery. I went on the surgery table and I said, the Beach Boys on the TV wasn't cutting it. And I started singing with the anesthesia cup. "With arms wide open, girl." He daggum. Wow, you can kind of see the hole right there. I said, "Froggy won a court and he did right." Oh, shit.
Nah,
Did I piss you off?
You'll be
Gotta
all
wait
right.
4
Todd.
days for this to kick.
That
We're only
dude is
showing
just-
you this to tell you that guy thought Ryan was too high. When
This
that
guy,
guy,
this guy right
Hey,
here.
whenever he walked off from Shane, he walked up to me. I can't for the life of me remember what we talked about. We stood there 5 minutes talking.
yeah,
And the only thing I could think of was, I have no idea what this dude's talking about.
well, it's because he raps. He pretty much raps everything he's saying. It was just hilarious, is because he come out and told me he's like I ain't even doing these shrooms today. I just did LSD. So that dude was on LSD and was worried about how high Ryan was.
Have you been to his Instagram page, Shane? He's got 15.8 thousand followers on
Look at his
Instagram.
page. I'm going to his house next week. What are you talking about? That's my new best friend. I'm going.
Look at that right there.
Tennessee next week.
Look at that 50 cal.
Yeah, yeah.
But just the smile. I mean, he never quit smiling the whole time we talked.
No,
Look at him sitting in the weed patch.
he ain't gonna make it to 50. Go ahead, Stevie. What'd you have to say? What were you saying, Stevie?
Oh no, I when I hopped on, I guess you guys are talking about Ryan's adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an adventure.
Can you fill us in
Well,
on
it
what
was like
was?
what? It was from what, like Saturday at what, like 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
I was still
Man, I gotta
messed up.
say,
until Sunday.
Yeah.
Like dinner time.
Ricks. Oh, was my internet bad?
You're froze a little, but we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, I think my internet's going in and out, but no, I learned that Ryan lives in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And he might be a double agent.
Yes,
He's
and
an
the seriousness came out of Ryan for sure.
What we really learned, Stevie, is when I say that ain't my fucking bag, it ain't my fucking bag.
Not necessarily.
Not a 0%.
Yeah.
Shane, it might not be likely, but the probability is never zero.
If it's not
That's
zero. Y'all almost had me convinced it was my bag.
Ryan took 5 steps away from that Uber driver and he goes, "This ain't his bag."
As soon as I saw what was in it, I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
it's mine."
Ryan just
He
runs
said-
away.
He said the first 2 contents, and then the next thing that came out of his mouth was, "I think this guy's a spy." You guys
I
have
told
no
Ryan-
clue what we're talking
Yeah.
about. but-
I had a better time at the Cheesecake Factory than I did at Blade Show. The Cheesecake Factory was the highlight of my trip. And the
We had
food
the best
sucked.
waitress
I mean-
ever.
We were there for 12 hours.
We were.
We were.
The earth rotated while we were there.
You guys gotta follow
He's
me
like-
to the Brazilian restaurant next year for dinner. It's not busy at all and it's delicious.
I got the picture of you guys at Cheesecake Factory, and Shane and Ryan both looked extremely happy.
Ryan took the same amount of mushrooms
Yeah,
I did, but he said he didn't feel anything.
It didn't
Only
do
thing,
it.
only
It
thing
didn't
I
do
could
anything.
feel,
Allegedly.
was all my pain and all of my exhaustion in my legs completely disappeared.
What up, Bettina?
There was none of that. And I could hear everything all at once. Like, there's probably, how many people were out there, Stevie? Hundreds?
Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
area?
Yeah.
I could hear
and
everything.
the outdoor area. Yeah.
Yeah. I could hear everything everybody was saying and keep up with each conversation as they were having.
We almost got Shane to go swimming in the fountain.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
And guys, when I'm talking about a micro,
He was that
micro
close to
amount,
going in.
you could put less
Literally that
gunpowder
close.
in a 22 caliber shell than
I saw it,
the
John.
top-
It was like an English pea size little mound. Maybe that is a small amount, but I've never done it before.
It's a tiny amount, but you did great. I think it was your perfect amount.
Yeah, it was perfect.
At least you could see. Ryan couldn't even see.
Well, Ryan did 3 times that much and didn't even feel it.
Right.
But everybody's different.
No, he told me he couldn't see. He
I
said,
literally-
That was a different compound.
That was after I got nuts.
oh, okay.
I can't,
I told
I can't
Ryan.
wait to feel that way every
All
day.
this-
I'm a psilocybin addict at this point. I want to feel like that every single day. It was awesome.
The trick is, and Lee
we were
hit it
also
right.
this close to Shane.
Huh?
Shane was almost this close to chopping up lines of shrooms on the table. There.
Oh, yeah, he
I
was-
just wanted to know what would happen if you snorted it. I just wanted to know what the effect
That was
would be.
my first suggestion. Is just let me snort it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
That's before you tasted it, I assume.
Don't snort food.
No, it's poison. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
prior
got
to Blake show, I told
Hey,
Ryan
I got
3
wild on
words.
mushrooms.
Don't
I got
get snuzzed. What do you do?
wild on mushrooms. I got to participate in appetizer pizza. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Sharif definitely ordered the appetizer pizza.
He did.
So, how was the food at the Kaiser dinner?
I don't really remember. I think all I ate, they had some, it was Italian stuff. I had a Caesar salad, a little couple pieces of meat, and
It was banquet
Chase
food,
flying around.
you know.
Yeah,
Tell us about
it was-
the great the speakers at the Kaiser dinner.
well, the first speaker was
Why?
actually the best, and he was an Asian guy, and he didn't
Oh.
speak good English, and he was very nervous, and it made me want to just clap for him because I think he did a good job introducing everybody. Bees didn't come on till late. But you know who Paul Munko is, Kyle?
John, I was being uber sarcastic.
I know, but do you know who Paul Munko is?
Yes.
You
But
know, he's a
we're
guitar
already
player.
halfway down
He
this road.
played 4 songs to start it off, and he's pretty freaking talented.
Cool
I
story.
think Paul Monco singing and playing the guitar was a bad move for Ryan though, because that was happening as it was hitting him,
That's
Right.
what hit me.
and you could tell Ryan was like, "What the fuck is going on? Where are we at?"
It was a terrible venue for a guitar player. I agree. There was
Ryan said second song in, he's like, I have to try to remember how to breathe.
Hey, I remember I was sitting there and I couldn't tell if I was inhaling or exhaling.
They all got mad at me.
Like, am I breathing? Am I not breathing? So
They all got mad at me for trying to get Ryan out of there, but I mean, I was concerned something bad was going to happen. I just wanted to get him back to the room, and John was like, "You're projecting, blah blah blah," and I'm like,
because I was checking on him, and he was
I
throwing
was
it.
fine. It was just the first time that's ever happened to me. So I'm
Well,
like,
the funny thing was, we got back to the room, and they're watching Jared live, and Ryan gets in the chat and just goes, "Wee," and Shane starts mama goosing him from the live stream. Good in bed, Ryan. You should be asleep, Ryan. And Ryan's just trying to chat from his hotel room in a live
I forgot I did that. Whee!
stream.
Ryan, did you get to see the purple lights after the Kaiser dinner?
Oh,
"No,
yes.
we're hotel."
I wasn't seeing colors, but
I got home and I was like, Nuz, I just want to let you know Ryan is enjoying himself. What the F did you give him? And that's when he showed me what he gave you, and I was like, "Oh shit!" he broke into his personal like medical stash for that for you, man.
he did. He said, take these. He said, He said, "Enjoy the ride."
Dark was
Yeah,
asking.
he
No,
said,
I thought the best was remember,
Is-
I would never do anything to
like
hurt
the
you.
cat- He was like the cat in Alice in Wonderland when he said, "Enjoy the ride." It was like he almost just kind of faded out.
Right, put Scooter's thing up there. Darkwater was asking who repped us for the Kaiser dinner. We all scattered.
and we all, yeah.
I love going because everybody always looks at me like, "What the fuck is he doing here?" But everybody's
I'm
always
surprised Ryan stayed with you guys if that's the case.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
was-
only
was-
go because it's your only chance to get a good look at Paul Munko's girlfriend.
And you gotta admit, those are nice people in there. I got to meet Azo or
Yeah,
Ozzo.
we can definitely give them shit, but it is cool that Kaiser does that every year. You know,
Yeah.
and they give away, they give away a nice knife to everybody. They, throw down.
Yeah, this year's
$1,000
giveaway
on
was
food.
actually pretty legit.
And they talk real business. Like I got one of the guys to talk to Tate about being a dealer. Talked about the design. Got a guy to meet with Ryan Rimmer. Is that his name? The Luff guy.
Hey, it gave
Yeah.
Urban a chance to show him his designs.
Why did he feel that he needed to give a speech after he won that knife? I thought that was cringe as fuck.
Because
Who?
he's Urban.
Oh,
Urban
I
won
wasn't
the
there
first
for that.
knife. He won the first like random giveaway knife where he jumped up and then he walked up. I think they just wanted him to take the knife and he took the microphone.
Did he really?
He
Yeah.
did.
I wasn't.
Wow.
I stepped out for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't there much at all for the Kaiser dinner, actually.
You're the only one that made the
You stuck
picture.
your plate in the floor and fucking bailed.
Yeah.
I got the blame for that. Like, Ron, you just put your salad
Well,
all over
the
place.
truth of it is, as nice as it was, the venue was
Well,
not
it didn't cut the
conducive
salad.
like that outdoor venue was, where you're kind of separated and all you do is mingle. There, there's just not, that room was kind of claustrophobic to me.
Well, the biggest issue was that old black guy that ran catering was kind of a fucking dick.
He was
He was
what
a
was,
dick.
he was a
I
bull.
would too if I had to deal with you guys.
I didn't do anything.
He was a dick to the other people working it too.
Everybody, he'd come up and go, "You done with that? Don't, hey, watch where you're going." I'm like, "No, motherfucker, I'm getting up. You watch where you're going."
Yeah.
Every restaurant we go to said we made their day. So
Except for
we're like,
him.
we're like the best.
We had a dope waitress at Cheesecake Factory, Sharif.
Yeah.
And
Sharif
at
threw down with
barbecue
his
at lunch,
Detroit sister.
Yeah, that was weird, man.
they're related. I mean, I think they're cousins or cousins twice
Yeah,
removed.
turned out
They went to the same college. Like,
Across the country, the college was
block.
across the country
Yeah.
that they went to.
Is she on Sharif's Spartan Hersey?
yes, she was by the time we left.
No,
She asked for his number.
they've already started talking. He
Cool.
was showing me the messages. They're following. They started following each other right away.
Yeah.
I saw videos of Sharif with like about half of a shirt unbuttoned. He probably was getting quite a few inquiries about this chest
Hey,
burger.
don't let Sheree fool you, man. I saw him spit game on a couple of girls. And they was flirting back with him. That dude's got some game now.
Sharif did not
Sharif got game.
smile 1 second that I saw him. I don't think I've ever seen Sharif where he did not have a smile on his face. He projects warmth.
Even when I kept trying to steal his fixed blade off his table.
Yeah, I love that dude.
That
man.
little Gracioso fixed blade. And I'm not a recurve guy, but I thought that was a sexy knife.
He had a better show than last year.
I think he did. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh,
His
I
knives
forgot-
look,
I
his
forgot
knives
to
look
touch
really
on
good.
the most important subject. I do this every year. I went by the first aid station about noon on Sunday, so the show had about 2 hours left to check. I always go by and ask how many cuts they've treated, and it was actually below average this year. And at noon on Sunday, they had treated 400 lacerations, or over 400. I'm sorry, but he said that was below average.
I think
Include yours?
here was below average.
I treated my own, thank you. It was my knife, so, and luckily the table I was at, when I did it, I took the knife out of my scout carry sheath and cut myself. I never felt it. I just looked down. I was dripping blood all over the guy's knives, and he got me a Band-Aid.
Does anybody know Todd Carr's answer?
What?
Yeah, so that's where I was for a little while. Me and Scooter and Heyman bailed to go to the awards to sit with Sharif. And
They make sense if you realize they're paid to play.
well, so here's the thing. So Sharif entered for best import production folder, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And the Anzo little thing won. But at the beginning, they made this speech about how the judges were backstage, looking at everything and judging everything. And but then when they announced best U.S. production auto, and it went to Hawk Knives, and when Gavin Hawk got up there, he goes, "When they told me I was going to win this, they said I didn't have to say anything."
Gavin's such a true sayer. He just
and so I don't know if that meant like right before or what, but he knew before he got up on stage that he was winning that award.
Well, same with Noah last year.
Oh, Sierra, actually, that's a funny story. Me and Ryan walked over to Benchmade, and we were looking at the bug out. And we dropped the. I was like, "Well, if you want to get scales for it, I think you can get them from Meat and Boss." And Ryan goes, "I think they got new ownership." And we were talking to the Benchmade lady that was showing us the knife.
Well, they were the Vapor.
Yeah.
Ryan
was
body
checking it
screws.
out.
They're gonna have to make new scales for it.
Dude, I like that knife. I just don't want to pay $350 for it.
We had 6 at Knives and More.
You know,
and we have 3 now.
I think as is, it's. I mean, for the price, yeah. Say what you will about the price.
It is pretty cool though.
But what they were, if they were trying to make a thinner bug out, they successfully did it, and it doesn't. I mean, it's got some flex because it's going to. It doesn't have liners, but because it's so thin,
and it's got a backspacer and aluminum.
It's got a backspacer. There's really nowhere for it to flex.
And it also utilizes the advanced axis lock that's on the narrows. And just so you guys,
the detent is even worse in my opinion.
Just so you guys know, that maps
I don't
out.
think it's worse than a standard bug out.
It's not for me because when I reviewed it, I could reverse finger flick it, thumb flick it. Bug outs, axis locks don't have good detent. I mean, you just got to go with them and give them a little force.
Y'all check this out. Y'all see this this polished flat right here on this Microtech?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put my finger at the end of it. Hang on, do it like this so that you can see it when I flip it over.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
How far off that is.
Wow.
How
this
sticky
side
is
is
the lock?
half the length of this side. I mean, I don't care,
You can do that to Protex too.
but they're pretty far off.
How's the lock smoothness? Mine started off smooth and then developed lock stick, and it still
This one
got
doesn't
it.
have lock stick, but it feels a little grimy. Feels like there's dirt in it. It's
What
not-
about that little
Probably is dirt in there.
that little Benchmade or any Benchmade? We're a pro dealer, which means we sell as much as anybody at a brick and mortar.
we know
So
it's
our
like
prices are kind of like best or
15%
rated
off. You
Q.
don't have to pay no tax.
Every
So-
Tuesday and Friday, Shane.
No, it's every day. The $375 knife, which that knife is, you can walk out the door for $327. And you know that's not the most expensive Benchmade. The aluminum one with the red rich light is a $400 map knife.
Yeah. This live stream brought to you by John at Knives and More.
John don't make nothing at Knives and More. I don't get commissions.
Click,
I'm just
click
it's
the,
a
click the
social experiment.
beacons.
What?
Click the beacons.
Hold on. Let me throw it up there. First of all,
Yep.
oh wait,
Hey.
I didn't mean to put that up there.
Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Oh, my
I
dog.
heard Lancelot had a good blade show too.
Yeah,
Lancelot.
Lancelot Leather.
Good a table.
So I've been telling people one of my highlights was watching Alex walked the floor. So Joe, for those of you that don't know, Alex joined Joe at Lancelot Leather, and Joe and his wife and Alex came down to the show this year. And Alex walked around and handed out cards, and also that's what I just happened to grab to carry on the road this week. But Michael Martin was slinging some of Joe's clip slips, and then Smoky Mountain picks them up.
That's excellent.
I don't know if they're on the site yet, but you can always get them on EDC Roundtable. But yeah,
and Stevie, that's an exclusive Lynch clip designed for Joe, right?
Yeah, that's
what I didn't mean to make it small.
Did anybody even tell the story of getting into Blade Show Friday morning?
Not yet.
No.
We're waiting on you.
All right. So we roll up to the Cobb Galleria about 10 minutes till 9. It don't start till 11. Ryan tried to purchase early bird tickets and couldn't. They were sold out. So we got there 2 hours early. I didn't have a clue what was going on. Ryan's walking. John's behind him. I'm behind John. So I'm just following. And Ryan just walked straight to the door. There's a line. Ryan just walks straight to the door and goes right through it. The outside door. John goes behind him, and the security guy stops me. And I'm like, he's like, you're going to have to wait in line. I was like, man, I can't, dude. I'm handicapped. I can't stand here for 2 hours. He's like, I'll go sit on that couch, till the door's open. He's like, no. Kept arguing. Finally, he's like, just go. So I went, and I caught up with them. So I think, we're just going to hang out here in the lobby till 11,
No.
So I'm still behind Ryan. Ryan goes right to the front door. And when we get there, John steps to the security guard and opens his little notebook like he's going to.
I thought I was going to talk my way in. I was going to be the ninja and lead in the hall.
You did it.
So as soon as John gets his attention, showing him this handwritten letter written by himself.
I wrote the note saying I had permission to go pick up my T-shirt.
This is my early bird pass.
They stopped him, and I just nudged the butt behind Ryan, and we just walked right on through the door. So we were on the floor
at 9 o'clock.
9 a.m.
But no. We were on the floor before early bird.
Yeah.
There was nobody in there but exhibitors.
Yeah, we're just.
John had his own doctor's
I'm
note.
still out there talking to him. I talked to him for 15 minutes and he threatened to throw me out. So I went and sat at the wall, and guess who I'm sitting next to? Who's about Shane's height? Marine X. Have y'all ever seen him?
Yes.
He's a nice guy. Marine X is an African American who does a show. Big old guy.
He's a black guy.
Yeah, he's a black guy, but he's a nice guy. We sat out there and waited, and he's the one that showed me that you could sign into the free Wi-Fi that was provided by Voss Steed. So I'm sure China has all my data, which is very little.
But we spent 15 minutes in there laughing about the fact that Javon got hemmed up by security and didn't get to come in.
I threw a fucking block for the team, man.
We didn't see him for 3 hours.
He was pissed.
Outside.
He was texting.
So we go straight to Spyderco to buy the PM2s because I had told Brian F. and Doug I'd pick them up one. And they're like, they're not here. They're at the Blade HQ booth. So we go to Blade HQ. I told them what I was there for, and they were like, it's a limit one. You can only buy one. So I was already nervous, whose heart am I going to break? And then he tells me, he's like, I don't know how y'all got in here this early, but you're going to have to back up 10 feet and wait until the early birds come in. And when they come running in, then you can step up and buy one. Because we don't want anybody being mad that you were already standing here. So that's what I did.
You don't have a badge or anything. You have no
badge, no nothing.
So
I stood. I moved to the side, and waited till I saw the rush come in. Stepped up and bought one, and I'd already texted Doug. I was like, "Hey, dude, I could only buy one. Y'all gonna have to fucking fist fight for it or something." But I got to Sharice's table, and Hey Man was like, "I got a PM2 Tonto." He's like, "I really didn't even want it." He's like, "I just bought one in case anybody wanted one and couldn't get it." So I bought the second one from him, so both of them got their knife. So Hey Man again.
Hey Man's always clutch.
Where was Ryan during this time?
You know, I bumped into Heyman more than anybody.
Ryan,
at the
let
show.
me tell you what even worse. Ryan went to Sharif's table, got Sharif's badge, and went to the baller room because if he'd walked outside, he wasn't getting back in. So he got Sharif's credentials and went to the baller room to make sure he got an edgy. So yes, we cheated. He was standing there first in line to buy an edgy blade works.
That
So he
was
walked-
yeah.
He threw himself on the unheat treated sword.
and then
for you.
Heyman comes in on early bird running up thinking he's going to buy the first one, and Ryan's already standing there waiting. So Ryan gets a, if you call it a plain Jane, Edgy Blade Works. And then also wins the.
I've still got my note. I'm not going to go get it, but I was like, no, you don't understand. I was supposed to be in there. I was supposed to be in there at 10. See? And he's like, that's your handwriting.
as they go by the.
I'm coming right back out, dude.
Yeah, I can see.
He's like, you're going to sit on that wall, or I'm going to have you removed from the premises.
You
You don't understand.
you
For
just
all
gotta
the people who saw those assholes break line and blow past security, get in ahead of y'all, that was us.
you just gotta act like you belong, man.
That's exactly
That was all I did. I just
That's all you
walk
need.
with a purpose, and they don't say.
Every year, like during the vendor setup, the exhibitor setup, I just walk right in. I walked in there with Joe and Alex. I think they stopped Jess, but we just walked in, and then once you're walking around, no one says anything. Whether you
it was clearly height discrimination. I mean, that's the only thing I could figure out.
Bro, it was stupid discrimination.
It was you walking
You
straight up
stepped
to him.
to him and opened that notebook, so he looked down at it. Then when he saw it was a fucking handwritten letter from your mom, it was like, man, no, you ain't-
you know, the PM2s, those did not sell out.
They didn't. I
No.
Really?
They
And
were. No.
so
I
the
was
first,
sad they did.
As far as I understand, neither day they sold out.
Did
No,
y'all
they-
know
they
complex
didn't.
this video today? They're coming back. The Tanko PM2s.
because I went almost towards the end of the show to see if they still had one for Toyota Doug, because the day before he didn't want the Saturn, he wanted the DLC, but they still had them on when I went there on Friday. When I went on Saturday, or I got it on Sunday, or no, I don't know, one of the days. But when I went back, I went back on Sunday, and they still had both of them.
Yeah.
Like towards and I was only there for 45 minutes on Sunday until they closed.
And the guy at the desk, he told me that they had lifted the one per person thing too.
Oh yeah. That was the thing. You could buy one of each.
Yep.
How many do you buy, Ryan?
If Cheeto's here, tell him what you saw, Shane, at the Spyderco booth.
Oh,
Wah, wah, wah.
I got to see the Max 3. And I really upset Ed Shemp. I didn't know it was Ed Shemp at the time standing there.
Right.
When I saw it, I said, well, that's fucking disappointing.
Yes.
He cut his eyes. Just a Mannix with no liners, y'all.
Yeah.
It's got a slightly contoured scale.
So it's like a Mannix lightweight, basically?
Yes.
Yes.
It's more of a lightweight than the lightweight.
And it's got a little contour instead of being flat. Extremely disappointing.
But it looks spec for spec. I mean, overall
Same size, everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bunch of
I
shit.
didn't even notice it. That's how much it didn't impress me.
What Kaiser is that, John?
Couldn't take a picture of it because Ed Shemp was standing there by the no camera sign.
Yeah.
That's a cool little knife. Check this out.
Is that the giveaway?
No, this is one that they had. I was waiting for me when I got home. Check this out.
I haven't seen the giveaway since.
I'll show it to you. I've got it right here. But hold on.
I saw it that night. And I remember giving it to Scooter or something, and I don't remember what it looks like though.
This thing skeletonized aluminum with magnetic inserts is called the Hallow, and it's got this DLC Ultra Mirror finish on it. Guess what the blade steel allegedly is?
154 CN.
Allegedly, it's Z-Wear.
You know where they got that design from, though, right?
It's a Mickle somebody design.
No. That whole premise of that came from Kay and Damon.
What premise? The scales coming off?
The magnetic scales, yeah, they were the first to do it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's the first thing they did with.
Well, Pyrotech does it too. I'm just talking about the design was from somebody else.
Yeah, Kay and Damon are Pyrotech. They left Kaiser and they stole their designs. They had
Todd,
no
I was saying too, because would you not agree, Stevie? Every table we saw had 2 people at it, and 2 chairs.
Yeah. Tables are 2 chairs.
John
It's even why an extra
Reeves
table
booth
or a chair.
had 7 or 8 of us around it almost at all times.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's something I want to talk about that real quick. That's something that I noticed that like next year we need to be sure that if we're at Cherie's booth, not to stand in front of it.
100%, man. And you need to keep your spitter bottle off his table, Shane.
Yeah.
Yes, Shane.
You're right.
And your Chick-fil-A.
I was gonna say, don't shove your face full of Chick-fil-A while people are trying to eat or look.
No, I think people are so chummy with Sharif that, yes, I think every time I would walk by his booth was overcrowded, people standing in front of it. I remember someone was coming by to record, and there was like 4 people there. Ed Harrison, not bagging on Ed, but he came up and was like showing off his Best Tech or whatever, and like tossed his Best Tech bag, over like the knives and like the notebooks and stuff. And I'm like, Ed, get your effing bag off the table, man. Like, he's working.
Yeah, this is his exhibit.
It is easy to forget that he's there for a reason. We're just there hanging out.
Yeah, it is easy to forget. That's why I was saying like next year we need to be sure to.
You know what, Sharif
that boundary
was so smart though with his banner having the red arrow pointing down. That was because that was base camp for me. I could just look around and be like, all right, there's the arrow. I know where I'm at.
Yeah, that's the way I was all weekend.
Yeah, the difference this year and every other year I've ever been was it's not where is this booth at, it's where is this booth at
in regards to Sharif.
Sharif's booth.
Yeah.
Like I learned, 285 Custom Woodworks over here, JT Custom Knives over here. I knew exactly where everything was at.
Oh, how about also? I almost forgot. Also, Shane legit trolling me to my face in Atlanta with that freaking t-shirt.
Police website, MS what? I'm sorry to interrupt.
MS-13.
I gotta add
MS-Knives.
I was a little disappointed
Knives.
that I was the only person wearing that T-shirt. I was really hoping there'd be more than one. What was even funnier is how we trolled Stevie about the smell of his knife. Stevie got a knife that had copper in it, and it had a very strong copper odor. And when we sniffed it, and he acted offended that we were sniffing his knife, everybody we ran into, we were like, hey, if you see Stevie, ask to see his knife, and then as soon as he hands it to you, sniff it. And they all did.
Everybody did. Everybody did. Everybody did. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Help with gadgets.
Yeah, it was
awesome
definitely
to see
a good
Tommy
one.
there.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
no,
Melvin.
Yeah, Mind the Mill, what's up?
Mom. Yeah, the
I did
damn
not
knife
have-
sniffing, man. But I am super stoked. I didn't bring it with me because I'm on the road. But yeah, that Boatwright Blade Works. Did I send you that, Kyle?
No.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful knife.
I won Chase Boatwright's auction.
Nice. I haven't talked to anyone since at all.
I got his copper
You have
mine.
a Stevie, I'll make you big.
No, I didn't bring it
Just
with me
said
to
you
Salt
didn't.
Lake City.
I was reading something. I forgot to put Manganus's fucking link in my walkthrough, and I'm sure there are others I left out.
It is a beautiful knife, but it stinks like a pocket full of pennies.
No, it doesn't. It has a light smell of copper good.
It's definitely one of the most badass pickups I saw all weekend.
I don't know. I couldn't get myself to smell it.
Baker's
you-
Forge,
Stevie?
Damascus, Copper Mine, Damascus.
Did you get something from Scott, Stevie?
No.
I thought maybe you had something that he was working on. You were
Nobody
picking
did.
up.
Ryan bought it all.
No, I
No,
thought he had one in the
Ryan
works that
bought
he
it
was
all.
picking up.
we are working on my next build here pretty soon, but no, I picked up the boat right auction, and then I got the Blade Show Buck special, the collaboration with Buck and Munko and Northern Knives and Lynch Northwest.
Okay.
That was really cool.
You are going to hate me for this, but my goal for next year is I'm picking up. I am buying a Buck next year. I'm going to buy the Magna Cut Buck 110, the newer, thinner, lighter. Yeah. The more I watch on it, the more I want it. So that's going to be my acquisition for Blade 2027.
Oh damn, Stevie, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't have it, and I'll show it off more on Friday to everybody, but I don't own anything like it. And once I saw the lineup that Chase was bringing like a week out, he's who I shifted all my focus to, was Boatwright Blade Works. And when I walked up, so he had 4 lotto knives in his auction knife, and then a shit ton of fixed blades too. But when no one had gotten in on the auction, open bid was $1,000. So I knew where my ceiling was, but I started with 1,000. Up until the hour before, I was the only one who had bid on it. Then someone came in and pumped it up to 12. And then that's when I was like, all right, I got to play the game now. So there was like 20 minutes left and no one was around. I went in and wrote 13, and then full on talked to Chase and his wife, like made sure I had their attention for like the final 20 minutes. And but no one came up, so I won it. And I had already talked to Chase a little bit throughout the last couple of years. Like, he knew who I was. I had just won his Cheeto had sent me the Esker L fixed blade lotto win. But yeah, he's just a cool dude. He's from your guys' neck of the woods, down in Alabama.
Yeah, I thought he really need. Like, I told Michael Mark one year, I was like, dude, just stop and buy one red helium balloon, just something that when people can look out across the crowd and go, that's where I am. Like you were talking about, Sharice Banner really helped, but like Chase's, if I would have never ran across Chase Buckwright's booth.
Yeah,
naturally, organically, I would have never saw it.
The hard ones are the ones that don't have anything above the table. They just have the wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
never
was
saw
actually-
laser ghost knives.
Yeah, it took me forever to find laser ghosts.
I wasn't
I
looking,
never
but I never
saw
found it.
Donnie's table the whole weekend. And I was over on that side of the room. Never
I don't
saw
think I even saw Donnie.
I did.
I saw him at the pit.
Hey.
I never saw him at Blade Show.
I don't think I saw him anywhere.
Yeah, he was there when we hopped out of the Escalade after Shane fucking pissed me off on the on the ride to get his tobacco.
Oh yeah,
we rolled up to the hotel and they were right out front.
I forgot
Stevie,
about that.
this was the best $60 can of Grizzly I've ever dipped, dude.
That is.
Hats off to you, because this
You
was.
better make that last.
That's criminal.
Look, I would have never asked.
I was like, you don't need it
known.
that bad.
Had I known he was going to F you that bad, I would have.
You know what?
You were whining so much. You were like, I gotta have dip.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta have it.
Hold on. I offered. I was like, I'll get my own Uber so I can go to the store.
Shane started basically crying when I was like, dude, you can go later.
There was actual tears.
There were tears.
He's like, you guys don't understand.
I haven't had it.
Here, meanwhile, he's got Nicorette gum in his pocket because he had it in the room.
Voice.
No, I didn't have Nicorette gum either. I didn't have anything on me. I don't even know how I managed to do that.
But no, I was annoyed by it before I even knew it was going to cost $60. I didn't find out till the next morning. I didn't find out till the next morning when I looked at my receipt that he charged us fucking $45 to make that stop.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
But-
I
wild.
know.
what's bad is we on the way to the gas station to get that, we passed like 3 gas stations.
I know.
Like, I was like, where the hell are we going?
The distance was that he charged him. Hank, first of all, y'all are exaggerating the numbers. The ride was going to be $28 originally. He charged you another $30 for the second stop, which doesn't make any sense because it was on the way. He just charged us for pulling in the parking lot and pulling back out.
That's literally all.
And I even told him I would tip in cash, and I did tip in cash for doing it. But I wouldn't have done that if I'd known how bad he screwed Stevie on the bill.
Oh,
got to pay those car payments.
More to it than dip. I didn't explain all that part either. I had to get something for my indigestion too. I was dying.
Do Zins not work for you? The ones you don't have to spit? I mean, just out of curiosity.
I think it's the nicotine that's causing me to have such bad indigestion, in all honesty.
But yet you just threw another dip in your mouth.
Right. Well, the dip don't affect me as much as the nicotine gum does.
Well, I'm saying if you tried the Zen, they make it like a light dose, a medium. I'll think it's light and high.
I've never seen so many Zins and urinals in my entire life, dude.
Every one of them had them.
Every single fucking urinal that you went into a Blade show was fucking filled with.
That's as bad as people who throw their cigarette butts out windows.
I don't get it, man.
I don't either. There are trash cans everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't like food. I don't like litter
I
bags.
got my dip. I got my Tums. Stevie paid $60. Everything's okay.
You passed gas so loudly and stinkily that it woke me up, shook me out of my fucking stomach.
Let me tell y'all something. Shane farted in that room in the hallway. I could smell it in the hallway before I got to his room.
And then we get back Sunday afternoon. And
I knew it was going to be bad when it came out. It was so steamy when it came out. I was like, that ain't going to be good.
I knew as soon as I smelled it, I wouldn't get my security deposit back.
Well, my low point was to get back to the room Sunday afternoon, and Shane goes, well,
they had to aerate that room.
With the wallpaper coming off the walls?
It was coming off.
Remediate that.
John's dumbass hung his whole wardrobe in the bathroom.
There's a closet. That's where the closet was. I watched
I went there and took his shit, and John's like, I'm going to have to throw all of this in the garbage.
Sunday we get back. It's raining. It's raining. We're all tired. I'm comfortable on the couch. James getting ready to lay down. He goes, I think I'm going to try to squeeze out his shit. I'm like, please fucking don't, Go to bed. And he lumbers off in the bathroom. And he's in there for 30 minutes. What was it? Was it Friday night when you're like, I'm going to go lay down in the shower for a while? I was like, what? I'm going to fucking have to stand in there tomorrow. Yeah. Don't fucking lay in the shower, you weirdo.
Dude, that shower was so hot. It felt so good. And there was room. You could just curl up on the floor and lay there.
There were big showers. Guys, y'all gotta realize that I couldn't find rooms. I waited too late. So
you did great, Ryan. None of this is on you.
They were nice, but their room was tiny.
Yeah.
It was small. I actually probably should have gave them my room. They gave me, because I had so many points, out of nowhere, they just said, we're going to upgrade you to the presidential suite, and we're not going to charge you anything extra. You stayed here a lot last year, blah, 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 or you stayed with us a lot last year. I'm like, okay. I walk in, and, dude, I'm talking, I was set up nice. It was a big room.
I've lived in apartments smaller than Ryan's hotel room.
Are we believing the fact that he didn't ask for the presidential?
I didn't. I really didn't.
You didn't. I was standing there.
I was standing there when they told me.
You just wanted to put John.
I used IHG the entire time. My guys were on the pipeline all last year.
Yeah.
I just meant that it seemed like a total Ryan thing to ask for.
Oh, it does. Now it does. Now I agree with you. But
if they hadn't offered, he would have asked.
I will vouch that Ryan didn't ask for the presidential suite, because it would have never crossed his mind, because we wanted to get away from that counter so badly.
Oh, God.
Because we're not going to mention any names, but a person who has been in the chat before was checking in same time we were, and I agree with Ryan. I think he had on a diaper and he'd been shitting himself since he left. That dude smelled not like a fart. He reeked. Him or his mama one reeked of feces.
Who was it?
I'll tell you off the stream.
It was pure urine and shit.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
entire
wait.
lobby smelled
And
like.
then was bragging about the T-shirt he had on that he was going to wear it all weekend.
He said it was the only shirt he brought.
Yeah.
Well, that's gross.
And this
he
was
was
on
proud
Thursday.
of it. He was proud of it.
Yeah.
But
I think I might know.
I think Bugsy can attest though. That's so with Ryan staying in the presidential suite, y'all pulling up in big old black Suburbans every time. When we left on Sunday, when we left Fox Bros and the notary little jalopy minivan pulls up, I'm like, that's not really what you guys are getting into, is it?
We had more fun in that ride than we did any of the
We
other.
were done bouging out.
Hey, listen, because I didn't realize until we had pulled up at that restaurant that ride cost me $100.
The ride
Really?
I ain't doing that shit again. I was like,
Right
we're
there
gonna
was
ride a go-kart back.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some Haitian pull up on a moped, and we're just all gonna pile up.
I got front. I'm sitting on the handlebars.
Oh.
But we had more fun in that minivan ride than we did any of the.
Yeah, that dude was so chill. He
was chill.
was cool as shit. He spoke English.
Where was he from
He
again?
had just thrown his blunt out before he pulled up and opened the doors.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool as balls, man.
I heard the tires
Yeah.
a couple of times making turns.
How come you didn't just drive, Ryan?
That's his rule. He doesn't drive once he gets there.
Once we get there, I park my truck and it don't crank
Have
up.
you ever tried to park his truck, Bugsy? It
I
was
think
not
I turned.
There was
There
nowhere
was-
to park that truck at Fox Brothers.
Yeah, there would have been nowhere.
His truck takes up a whole lane. I don't see how he. Well, I had to.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm tired of driving it. As soon as I get that one of the companies, I'm driving.
You guys took off. Bugsy, did you tell him how the waitress brought you extra banana pudding?
I was there for that.
Oh,
not
not only
extra.
did they bring us, not only did they give us all our desserts for free, and then they brought us extra at the end. They gave Steve. He ordered something for
the
Charlie.
chicken sandwich for his lady, right?
That was like it was a whole meal.
Yeah, because he was going to order it
Sides and
before he
everything.
left to take it up to Gainesville.
Yeah.
Yeah, they total redemption of Fox Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun.
Stevie called the waitress fat.
No. I called.
You said, I'll have the cut, the sliced.
He made her think that she called him fat.
Yeah. I said I'll take the brisket. She
Genius
said,
move.
"Do you want that chopped or sliced, fatty?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, what?"
Sliced fatty.
Which
He goes, "Was there a
it
comma
was
in
a genius move because from that point on, she was just piling shit on us.
Oh
It was so fun, though. She was,
She tried to not even charge Stevie for his meal. She was like,
She told him, she was like, "Oh, your meal's not even on here."
And I was like, "Hold on." I was like, "I can't just not pay." She's like, "It's not on there." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I know what I had."
Yeah. But did you see the bill though? I mean, they had charged us plenty.
Oh yeah. But I mean, that was still cool. She hooked it up. Yeah. Shane's like, "I'm 55 and I'm from Alabama and they never had banana pudding."
Yeah, like I didn't know that, Shane. That's weird.
So
I know.
she brought out banana puddings for the table.
Banana
I
pudding,
will
amazing.
say, it was not as good. One of my highlights of Blade Show spiked my blood sugar like 3 times. Jess, Lancelot Leather's wife, came over to our Airbnb and whipped up a batch of her banana pudding, her family's banana pudding, and it was so good. But yeah, Fox Bros. I was telling those guys when me and a bunch of folks went the previous year or 2 years prior, it was straight garbage.
Yeah.
And this place full redemption. Again, the brisket is mid.
dry a little bit. Yeah,
The brisket is not great, but the chicken was great. The beans were great.
Service was exemplary, and what I thought was cool about it was the diverse crowd that kept coming in all hours.
Yeah, it was steady.
That's how
It
I
I'm telling you, once you guys get that beef rib, Shane knows what I'm talking about. But once you get that beef rib, you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." There's a whole nother reason for that place to
So
exist.
they sell out every day in the morning. Is that the
Beef
deal?
rib though, you got to be there like
Saturday
during the prime hours of Blade Show.
Yeah, she said it's Saturday only.
Yeah.
There's 3 days of Blade Show. I don't give a shit.
Right.
It's worth the beef rib.
But
Because I'll wake up because
Zach has a good point. Steve.
tired on Saturday.
I probably could have door dashed a can of Grizzly to the pit
For
say
cheaper.
at least $40.
I was also, if you guys remember, I was, by the time we were getting in the truck to go back, I was on Pluto at that point because I had forgotten earlier in the day. Grateful Dong gave me one of his edibles,
You had several gummies.
but then he gave me 2 more.
And you
And I
ain't
had
full.
them. I
remember you
forgot I
saying.
had put them in my retainer case. So when I took my retainer before I took my retainers out when we were gonna start eating, and I was like, oh, well, bottoms up.
Yeah, gotta get them out of there.
Got to get them out of there.
I got
And
nosed and Stevie got domed.
I got donged, dude. I
He got the
full on got
full
donged.
dome.
But
Oh man.
I had been nuzzed and doomed in Forest
Nice.
earlier in that day. Those mother effers, dude. Doom had this little tincture. He makes his own RSO tincture. And I was putting a full 100 milligram dabber in before I even went to Blade Show each morning.
How do you?
God,
I've seen them smash and make like resin and rosin, but how do you make tincture? Flour.
You gotta decarboxylate flour and
Okay, so it's you got to be kind of a chemist.
yeah. It's
And
like
Doom is right.
huh?
Doesn't Doom have chemistry? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, he makes this little tincture that you just with a dropper put it under your tongue, and that was
That's probably the best way to go
yeah.
from an absorption standpoint.
Yeah.
So next year I'm gonna be bringing the candies that I used to make for
Oh.
everybody because
I'll
come
tell you,
Saturday,
Steve,
everybody's voice is shot. You know, you need like a lozenge or something. So the candies are perfect.
I will say one of the people I met at Blade Show that I surprisingly had a good time with was Baptism. Baptism.
Oh yeah. I
I've got
walked
his.
Out with Baptism.
I didn't get to spend
several
enough time
times.
with him. I met him a few times, but
He bought me a vodka cranberry at the pit. I ran into him a lot, man.
He's the one that gave me his Andrew Dimko to put the scales on, right?
Mhm.
All right, so I'll tell you a funny story about how I met Baptism. I had a Lex Custom International Scales has sent me several scales to put on. He's a new scale company. I put them on several knives, and he said I just developed them for the Dimco, and I've got a couple of Dimcos. I'll do a scale swap on those, but I've got the old Dimcos without the nice bolt. So I just made a couple of announcements. If anybody's got one and they want free scales, I can have your knife back to you in a week. I'll just do a quick scale swap, film it for him, and then send it back to you. And Baptism's like, I'm in, dude, and I'm not far from you. I'm just over in Georgia. I said, cool, man. Gave my address and didn't hear anything else from him. And the knife didn't show up. And I thought, well, maybe he got sidetracked. You know, maybe he just decided not to. That's cool. And then about a month later, I get a DM. Hey, man, are you ever going to send my knife back? I was like, dude, let's track it. I've never gotten it. I felt like shit anyway, right? So we found it. It's been sitting in Huntsville, or had been sitting in Huntsville. And then 3 days later, it got returned to him. Evidently, the label had gotten damaged where they couldn't see the delivery. And he said, well, I'm coming to Blade Show. I'll just bring it to you. So I've got to remember to do that tomorrow. I'm off so I can send it back to him Thursday. I want to get it back. And you watch. I've rescaled 580 20.5s. Never had a problem. I guarantee you I'll fuck his knife up.
why you say that?
Because that's karma, dude. It's just the way the universe provides.
I will
Well,
say
you just
this:
put it out there.
everybody's sitting here bragging
And I've
about
got to do Bugsy scale swap too.
how
Yeah.
high y'all got. None of y'all got as high as Levi from Eisenmore. I saw him 15 minutes after. I don't even know what y'all gave that
Andy,
kid.
did you meet him?
Have you ever seen how they do that real awkward run as they're going up for the long jump? That's how Levi was walking around the pit.
It was.
Well,
He was fucking.
Steve, you might not remember.
Right.
There's a little short Korean guy and a real tall, long-haired guy that work at Knives and More. One of them's an owner, and the other one's one of the helpers that were with me at the Kaiser dinner. Do you remember seeing them? real tall, skinny, hippie-looking young guy.
Stevie, it was the guy that walked up to me and asked me about what all I had got, and I couldn't talk.
But anyway, we walked out, and both of them were like, "Hey,
I
man."
felt bad. I looked at him, and the words wouldn't come out. I just started laughing, and it took him a minute. He finally realized, "Hey, man, just leave him alone."
Well, anyway, we walked out, and they were like, "Hey, man, do you have that little vape thing?" And I didn't think either one of them did, and I was like, "Sure," you know. I just hit it right here. So I said, "But just sip on it," you know. So I took a sip as we're walking to the pit. Handed it to the little Korean buddy. He took a sip, and he handed it to Levi. And I guess Levi's used to standing around the bonfire, and when somebody passes, he's just hitting it. So he just hits it. And by that time, we're right at the reception table, right, walking around, getting ready to walk outside. And I thought I was going to have to pick his fucking lung up off the ground. I mean, we got outside. He sat against the wall. He was just, I mean, he had a great time, but he was done. He was like, dude, I had no idea when you said vapor. I didn't think it was going to, like, I told you to sip it.
I told you to be careful.
The rest of the night, he looked like a bobblehead.
There you go. Is that
his head looked like it was mounted on a spring the rest of the night.
He's goofy looking anyway. Let me make you big, Ron. That's too pretty.
That's Sharice knife, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Well, you know what?
Who did the engraving on that?
Jared at Valley Blade Works.
And hey,
By far the best in the business.
That fucking clown was like, that's not art.
Dude,
Who said that?
That actually made me mad.
Yeah, dude.
Who said
Who said that?
Fucking Urban.
He's like, that ain't art.
Urban Wisdom?
Urban's like, Sharif, you should consider doing like actual artwork. And we were like, what the fuck do you think this is, dude? And he's like, that's just shapes. Like, all right, dude.
Like, it made no sense.
What do you mean, like pictures?
Want to be hated?
He may be lurking. I don't know, but I don't care. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Urban Woodman is the most annoying part of Blade Show. There's not a lower point at Blade Show than running into Urban Woodman.
Hey, how do you feel about Urban Woodman?
I don't even know who it is.
He definitely there's lots of moments like that, man. But I heard he was selling his bowls in the pit.
Yeah, they got mad because people sat down to eat at the dining tables.
Yeah.
He got mad because it was hindering his ability to sell his bowls.
Yeah, it takes all types, and thank God it does, because it makes the people that I just absolutely love that much
that
more
type is
lovable.
not necessary at all.
I will say though, this was the first year where, for honestly, the show itself was the least interesting part of the trip.
I think so too.
Always have fun hanging out with people, but the show's still always fun. The show was decent, but everything else about it this year was just I had one of the best times I've ever had at Blade Show this year.
That's awesome, dude, because I did too, and a lot of it I think I spent more time hanging around with you than I ever have.
With you schmoes most of the time. But then having the time that we had back at the house too,
I bet that was classic because it was you, Snuzz,
Dude, Forrest, Scooter, Iggy, and the boys, her boys, Ian and
I only saw them once.
I will admit, Iggy's kids, they kind of got me when they walked up and started calling me Dad. It kind of floored me. I wasn't expecting it. I know they had it planned, and
they did.
They won that one for sure.
Yeah.
But
I love that they go to the Blade Show. She buys knives and expensive ass flashlights. They buy swords and axes.
Yeah.
They don't buy knives.
Where do you think I found out about the $35?
So for those of you guys, Iggy.
This is because of my stepsons.
Best $35 pickup ever, and I'm not even into swords.
Right.
$35?
You are now.
Who let them give them to me?
The the zombie apocalypse ever happens, I'm good.
Dude, I'll chop up some pumpkins or something. I mean,
But you got to realize for stuff like that, if you're at a trade show, the last day, the last thing you want to do is ship stuff back that you don't
Right.
sell.
Yeah.
So if you can move it out, even at a break even, it's going to save you money.
Those were $75. And then on Sunday, right before they were tearing down, they hung up a sign that said 50% off.
Yeah, there you go,
That's
right?
more than 50% off because she charged me $35. And then I just paid her $40. I was like, don't even worry about the $5.
That oil slick sheen that he puts on that dude. I don't know if the camera will.
I've
No,
not seen it.
camera's not
A
doing it
tiny
justice
bit.
Yeah,
at
every now
all.
and then I get a hint of pink or violet.
Guys, this blade
Yeah,
in
yeah.
person, now you can start seeing a little bit. But the blade, that's the dopest blade finish I've ever seen on a knife.
I think the handle finish is gorgeous too.
Oh yeah.
On the
That's-
Zerk.
I know the camera's not going to pick it
Can you
up,
call that orange peel?
but you can see a little bit right here. He's got that oil slick in the scales too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's what he was telling me. He said he's got to figure out how to make that come out a little more. But that was the best he could do with these.
Yeah, the way he
That's so
blasts
cool.
the handles too.
I've
man.
got to DM him. I was stoked when we walked in Sunday. I got to meet him. I was amazed at how young he was. He offered me a shirt, but he didn't have any of my size. And I was like, dude, I'd appreciate it. No need. He goes,
Had you not
Oh,
met
no,
Scott
John.
before?
what's that?
Had you
Just
not met
also
Scott?
we
I'd
should-
never met him. I'd only heard good things about him. And after
Oh,
I met
shit.
him, he's the kindest dude. He's young. He's humble. To be a humble builder to me is a huge. I pushed the wrong button. I'm trying to make you. There you go.
He only brings adult size shirts, John.
I know all the mediums were sold out. Good, because he only probably buys 10. But still, it was really, really nice. I mean, I expected a more rugged looking, different. I didn't expect somebody to look so sophisticated and civilized to make such cool knives.
Did I tell you guys how at the Kaiser dinner, I forgot that I still had my edgy.
Baby
I had the edgy Bladeworks vendor rep pass. Scott had given me his pass, and I forgot I still had it on when we went to the Kaiser dinner. And Dark Water saw it, and he was like, "Oh man, love your collaboration with Concept." He's like, the Tipper is an awesome knife. He's like, I saw the, and he's like,
You thought you were him?
he's like, you do good work. I was like, thanks, man. Definitely come by my booth and check out my other stuff that I got. He's like, I'll make it over there, man.
I've talked to him a couple of times because he always works.
Yeah.
One thing Concept does is they have their designers work the booth at certain hours. But I don't know him, and he always said hi to me, and he's got a channel, right? Or is he just a designer?
No, he does. Yeah.
I just don't watch any knife content anymore. I need to find him right now.
That's the same guy that was checking our credentials, trying to figure out
Yeah.
why we were even there.
Yeah.
Thing's
Hey.
dope.
Hey, how about also, Ryan, when we went up to Kaiser, me and Ryan went up to Kaiser to ask about Maddie's new knife.
Yeah, fuck them.
They literally fucking just blew us off. We're in the middle of asking, and the guy like starts acting like he's gonna motion, and then someone walked up, and he's like, just starts talking, just completely blew us off. So we went up to one of the dudes that we assumed spoke English, and he was just like, I don't know. You know, like literally, they wouldn't. They were just, and they were kind of busy, but they didn't give a f about what we were talking about.
It was almost like they knew we were coming over there and thought we were trolling them.
Almost, right?
Y'all were.
No, I mean we were legitimately asking to see if Maddie.
Those exact words when you left the main Gannis's table was, let's go troll Kaiser and ask about Maggie's knife.
Okay, so we're trolling them, but I'm being serious. I want to know where the motherfucker's at.
Right.
You know, it's weird because
I don't even
one
remember
of the things I tried to do to help Ryan Rimmer was there were a couple of companies that he'd like to collaborate with, because that's one of the things he's doing with Luft besides his USA Fixies. A company called Fox Knives in China who OEMs him some budget stuff,
Yeah.
and then he likes to license his products. and he'd love to have a deal with ProTech if he ever could, because he wants to collaborate with an American company. And he sent him a few designs, and I said, well, I know David, and if I have a chance to talk to him, I'll ask him if he'll, who you should get in touch with. So I saw him on Sunday, and we were just chatting, and I said, hey, by the way, who's in charge of your design? He goes, who do you got in mind? I said, well, there's a guy that has a company called Luft Concepts. He goes, I'm aware of him. He goes, I've gotten all of his emails. He goes, tell him we know. And he was just, Dave's always just friendly as he can be. You could tell he just wasn't, nothing had piqued his interest, so to speak.
What up?
Yeah, they're just not interested. When you said that guy's name, nobody in here knows who you're talking about.
Well, because I call it Luft Concepts, nobody probably knows because
I know Ryan.
Well, you know Ryan because we're old timers and we knew Jake and we knew when they started, and but most people don't. What
about the general public that they would need to be behind that for them to make money? I don't know.
Well, his designs, I think I don't know if his last design sold pretty well, but I think he's an industrial designer too by trade, and he's got evidently a very large portfolio, which I'm sure some of the stuff's cool.
I went up and talked to David to ask him about Magnamax. And
you got a harsh lesson there.
Yeah, he informed me that the Magnamax blades on a CNC grinder took 3 times as long to grind as any steel they've ever ground. So I'm looking forward to that.
And he said, don't price your knives till after you've ground them.
He said, don't price them till after you've ground them. Because you may spend $100 in belts before you're done.
I got lots of good feedback on this.
I love that.
Dude, that thing's so sick.
Even old Scuba Steve loved it.
Yeah. I saw him.
Have you had any change of heart in him after you've been around him a few times? Not really?
Well, I had already had one, and so no.
Okay.
If he was that dude all the time, that dude's a cool guy,
Yeah.
I mean, when me and Sharif got in our cab to go away, I was like, wow. I was like, that was, that he is a dude I could hang out with,
Yeah.
But when he's his other person, when he's being a dick.
Yeah. But Steve was cool.
I thought he was cool too.
I've always seen him kind of as
I'm a little offended that I make fun of his order. Who the fuck goes to a barbecue place and orders a chicken salad sandwich? I'm like, have you had your testosterone checked, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you?
He just wanted to try something different.
Smoked chicken, dude.
What's up, brother?
Whatever.
But yeah, it was cool getting the feedback on, I just wanted to know if other people thought it was as comfortable as I do.
Yeah.
That was the first thing that everyone's like, oh, wow.
I love the hardware. I love the blade. I love the shape. And the way it feels in hand is just fantastic.
Yeah,
the last interaction, though, was when Casey Lynch saw my Cycle Stevie t-shirt. Casey Lynch.
He started asking, where do I get one?
I never saw Casey.
Love the Cycle Stevie t-shirt.
Yeah.
I went over there. I was talking to him. He ended up giving me a whole bunch of daggum freaking hardware and clips and it's like here.
Is Austin his son? Because when I filmed, he was. Who's the?
No, his son is Jack and his daughter's Daisy.
Okay, it was because he wasn't in the booth. And there was another guy there that was heavier set, right?
Yeah. That's
I forgot about that one, Ryan.
I forget what his name is, but he's the one that sharpens all the knives. He's
Okay.
the sharpener, and he's the one that's doing their third design that they have coming out next month.
I'll tell you,
I agree. This crony guy loves everything.
I'll always do a best of 2026 in my fixed blades right now. And I've got a knife in the running, my fret. This is my favorite EDC fixed blade, the Swift 6 and Crew Air. For me, who carries it in my back pocket, my hand is just long enough to get the sheath out.
Did you see that they were doing the show Swift 6 in V10?
V10, and they were doing the only
V10.
thing I didn't like
What's-
about it
what we
was
got there?
the handles were heavier. I like the
Yeah.
light handles. And he said, if I'm not mistaken, Stevie, it was their shop manager, CNC operator that designed this knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin.
This was designed,
Justin
made,
Smith. If you look at
assembled.
if you look at the maker's mark on it, it's JS in the form of a cat head.
Yeah, it's a cat. It's got the ears going up on each
Yeah,
side.
yeah. Justin Smith.
But it's made, designed, made, assembled, packaged, and shipped out of one building.
I don't know why, except the hardware. Tactile does the hardware.
Right, but it comes into
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. The only two things they don't do is so the folks that do all the heat treating for Chris Reeves and Buck in Idaho do the heat treat, although he's probably going to bring that in the house. And then the hardware until they figure out their own hardware is coming from Tactile.
I would think at some point, because I would think they're pretty successful. And do they go by Lynch blades? I think they do.
So they have Lynch Northwest, and then Casey has separated the knives into Lynch blades.
And that's how I say Lynch blades.
But he also knows that it's never going to fully catch on,
Right. I just think about when I talk about them, because I'm going to gush over this knife. It's already been in top fives, but it'll be in that running, probably be number one. I don't know anything better. I hate that for Gary because the Mako is a close second.
We're going to have to make sure this live stream has a box clicked.
Guys, I'm going to jump back in the chat. I'm hurting pretty bad.
Yeah, you know what? I just realized what time it is, and I got to hop off too.
Oh, we've been going over 3 hours.
I got to get some. I got a big show going on tomorrow. So,
Well, dude, hang in there. I know you've got to be exhausted after Blade Show. I'm zapped, and for you to be already back on the road, hang in there, dude.
I will.
You look
All right,
great.
fellas.
It was absolutely heavenly hanging out with you for a week. And
Likewise, man. It was
Had a blast this week.
great seeing
It's
you
great
all,
to
man.
see you, Stevie. I'm glad we got
Word.
some redemption.
Absolutely. All right, fellas.
peace, brother.
Later.
Peace out,
Later.
brother.
So, Bugsy, how y'all got back today or last night?
We got back Monday.
Yesterday.
Or no, let me think. What was it?
You left Sunday,
Yeah, Monday late, like 5, 7 o'clock, something like that.
and y'all got right on the road. You didn't go by and see Candy, I guess. It wasn't.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think you were. I understand. Because you would have hung out there for an hour or two.
Well, oh, you mean Charlie, right?
Yeah, what did I say? Candy?
Candy.
That's a
No,
stripper name.
no, we were gonna swing by Steve's and hang out for a little bit, maybe even just like crash the night there and then finish the ride. But it just wasn't working out. We had my grandfather's not doing very well, and my mom's boyfriend's nephew actually passed away when we were gone.
Oh, no. I'm
And
sorry, dude.
there's a couple animal deaths too when we were gone, so it's kind of a weird. It was kind of a little when we got back. It kind of like hit back. We were like, all right, well, we're home,
Back to the real world. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. And it does feel like you're in freaking La La Land when you're there.
I didn't get my perception of time back until today.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you. On the way home, I felt like I was in that truck for 10 hours.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we were almost home, and I was like, I feel like we just left. But when I got here, I was like, dude, that was the longest trip ever.
Yeah, there's so much buildup, whether it's anxiety trying to get ready or excitement and a combination of all of it, that when you get there, it's just, there's a lot of adrenaline.
I lost my perception of time when I went to Mars.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it back until today.
Yeah, it
You
definitely.
didn't miss anything, did you?
I don't know.
Any meetings? I noticed you didn't answer many phone calls, but that was smart.
No, I had all my business. I had all my business stuff forwarded.
Right.
It's a
I
good,
didn't do anything this weekend as far as work goes. It took me all day today to get caught up.
it's a good idea
Yeah.
because it's a trippy weekend, man.
Well, this is my one weekend, like my weekend.
Yeah. I know. I feel you.
The first weekend of June every year, because I'm taking off, like off. Like I don't answer my phone. I did a little bit. Like my assistant would text me. It was like, "Hey, this needs blah blah blah." I'd take care of it real quick, but
Yeah. My wife was so stoked to, like, not be away from the kid, but just be free for a little bit.
of course, yeah.
She was
gotta
she was
have-
so
miss,
grateful.
you
I
miss them
invited her
like
down.
crazy, but to have that free time where you're not having to be
Yeah.
fully responsible.
Yeah.
just kind of relax a little bit, let loose. It was
Yeah, we had a blast, man.
a lot of fun.
It
I
was,
didn't hang out with Bugs as much as I was wanting to.
I would have loved to have been with you
Yeah,
guys
I was
Friday
looking for
night.
you guys more.
Yeah.
I think
like-
that would have been funny.
Where I get even if I'm walking around with somebody, next thing I know I'm by myself. It happens every time.
Yeah.
I spent so much time walking around just by myself in a
I
day.
think I spent at least an hour and 23 minutes filming, and that was not going to the booth. That's how long my video was. And I would have thought it would have been a third that size because it didn't seem like I spent that long, but it for 15 booths or however many, and it seemed like 3 minutes a booth. It was a lot of shit.
There's
And
just
I'm-
endless. There's so many people to check out. It's
don't-
nice though. Now there's a lot of U.S. makers too.
You don't see it all by every table in that place, both rooms, probably 3 times, and every time I walked through there, I saw something different.
Yeah, like I looked for Donnie's table for I didn't find it until
Thank you. This man is for you.
I think Sunday morning.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna bounce.
Kyle,
Hi, Kyle.
thanks for hanging, brother. I love you, dude. Hey, we need to still get on and give you some dirty dates.
Yeah,
There's not really any dirty dates I can think of.
I feel like I still missed a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't they were telling stories I forgot about, man. It's like I'm not good at telling a story anyway.
There's so much that happens in consecutive.
Yeah.
Just and then you're keeping up with
things happen at the same time. Like Ryan and Shane might be having something happen, and I'm doing something with Bugsy and Nicole somewhere else, equally demented and fun.
Yeah.
The same to you,
we
sweetheart.
should talk about, or maybe we shouldn't. Ryan's first trip to the club. Not you, the other one.
Not me, the other Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have at it, dude. I was not witness to that.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe we should have him in here or something. But that was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
maybe that's his story to tell. We don't want him to be
Yeah,
feeling
exactly.
bad.
And I would love to hear it from his perspective.
I know what I was going to talk about real quick.
guys.
Before we,
Later, man.
later, brother.
I love you, man.
Jared has not pulled his video down. Has any of y'all watched that?
No, I need to go
No.
watch.
I'm just going to show you just what you can expect, because Ray had to catch a plane at 3:00 in the morning. And what was really happening, because they were streaming from Ray's channel, is Ray doesn't drink. And they were like, come on, you can at least have a White Claw. And he was ready to just do the old get the fuck out of there. I could tell. I've been there. So check this out. And
Oh, I was at the trap house when they were doing that. If that's what you're talking about.
did you see their AI thumbnail? It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out.
I was 23 years old. I had lost 2 pairs.
I don't care. I said I don't pay for YouTube Premium because I'm unemployed. Here we go. And I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna show y'all some of the. Where's my volume? Here it is.
Like you're not like there's no chance for like.
Well, I'm doing vertical because it usually goes better that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go forward.
Oh,
Super snappy, very smooth. Then we have the plain one.
They're
1,000
hammered.
diamond
There's
plate,
some
1,000
where they're shotgunning.
So dope.
right.
They're shotgunning White Claws. Hold on. All right, never mind. Hold on 1 second.
They
Y'all
might
bear
have
with
clipped
me.
all that kind of stuff out.
Hey, what is it? What's Ray's channel?
I was there when they were filming that. That was
Yeah, because theirs was a little more professional. What was Ray's channel? Everyday City Carry. Everyday City Carry.
well, he had his going, and nobody even really knew. Like no one was paying attention.
Well, believe it or not, Ray, I don't know about that particular stream. Yeah, they were all drinking when he was doing his thing, but he walked around and streamed the whole time. Here it is. Inside the trap house. So I'm going to go to the end, right when Ray was trying to leave. Because it was getting crazy.
Yeah, Ray's a dedicated dude. I like his.
I do too.
Your computer sucks.
He's a hard worker.
Dang, Kyle.
Yeah, I need like a little bit of carb because I'm getting tired, and that means I'm just like hungry. Yeah. Hey, where's the forks and stuff?
This was just such chaos. Hold on, let's get the shotgun of the beer. Ray tried to leave for hours. Hold on.
He tried to leave for hours. Yo, so did Steve.
Yeah, because that was earlier when he said, I just got to go. I'm getting hungry. He's still there.
Yeah, so did Steve. We came and went. Man.
I might have just missed it.
I'm not trying to skip, but
Oh.
want to take a couple.
You can tell he's over it.
Right?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, there's Ryan.
He's so over it.
Yeah, I see what Ryan there.
I'm like chilling right now.
Even Ryan's like, damn, I should have left.
Southern Cali EDC. Summer, Matt. Yeah.
But when they start shotgunning
Boo gets it done. But there are White Claws here, and
okay, here we go.
Boo gets it done. But there are White Claws here, and they're not the regular ones. They're actually the claw tails, which don't have the.
Evidently, he's a party fucking animal. Vu fam, do y'all know him? Do y'all know who Vu is? He used to be Kaiser's main rep here till B's got so popular. But Vu is, I hear, just wild as shit.
Get ready to go full vacay
All right.
mode.
I came back to share one thing.
What's up, Kyle?
I came back to share one quick thing. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I wanted to share it. This was at the finals.
Is that Nikki? Who is that? All right, hold on. So that was Cardi B. Shaq is what did the tweet say?
You didn't hear it?
The sound, we didn't hear the sound.
Oh, damn it. Why does that do that? Dude, the whole thing was about what Barkley said.
Okay,
Oh my
because what
God.
happens is when you share, I don't know why it does that for the sound. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Let me change something real quick, one setting. Let me hit this and then try it one more time. I'll tell you when. Try it. Yeah. I'm going to turn this up. All right, I just turned something up on the soundboard. Try it again, buddy.
It's so badass. I love the guy.
All right, here we go. Let's
Yeah,
see if you
serious,
can tell me if you can hear it now.
No sound.
Nothing?
Yeah, but now, did you hit? All right, your mute's not on. You can hear it.
Yep. Never mind.
No, do this. Drop the link. Drop the link in
It's
the.
not a link.
podcast.
I've got it saved.
Oh. What's it? Can you translate it, or it would not be funny?
No, you gotta see it.
Damn it. Well, don't give up. There's got to be an easy way to fix it.
Don't
was
give
not-
up. Oh, you can do it.
I know. Try it now. I might have had try it one more time.
No.
I just hit another setting. Try it one more time.
Hang on, let me see if I can do it this way.
I had the music turned way down, so I don't know if that affects the overall sound of media.
All right, let's see if this works.
To close out the first half, it
Can
has
you hear
the
that?
New York Knicks
Yeah.
up 7, looking for a 3-0 lead. We've been competing with Cardi B here. We lost. Hey, I don't know if those B's, that might be Cardi D's.
Not B's, they be D's. That's funny, dude.
Sorry, I guess I found it funny. I like Charles.
Charles Barkley is one of the realest brother. I went to school with him. He was playing basketball his senior year when I was a freshman. Yeah, Vu is the shit, Shane.
All right, later.
Dude, later,
That
buddy.
cat.
Yeah, I'm luckily. I thought I was going to come back from Blade Show and be working 10 to 6, but the little guy that's having the kidney transplant, his blood wasn't quite ready, so it's going to be a couple of months before he can get tested again.
Put toxins into it.
What's that? No, it wasn't that. It was before that. He got tested the day before Blade Show. They went to Vanderbilt, and it was something about not anemic levels that could surgery go badly, he could bleed more than they wanted him to.
That's rough.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing. And he's only like 25 years old.
So tables that you would have spent money at had you had more money. What
Me?
would they be? Yeah.
I would have. There were a couple things I looked at.
I was after his Saturday auction, and it went up.
Who was it?
It went up Jake McCoy,
Oh.
and it went up way too high. Like it was way too high even for me. I was like, no, I ain't doing it. I didn't even lay a number down. Somebody walked up and put like a $4,500 bid down on it. Just opened it up. I was like, I'm out.
I'm trying to think of that little fixed blade knife company. Is there a fixed blade knife company called Boatwright?
Yes.
I think I would.
Oh yeah, Boatwright. That's where Stevie got his.
But his folder. So I'm thinking if it's a different company.
I think they had fixed blades over there.
I'll tell you what I would have gotten a Kinnison. Kenny was over in the baller room.
Yeah.
Kinnison or
Yeah.
Kinnison?
Kinnison.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way I say it anyway.
That's the knife. And then I showed you that knife, didn't I, Ryan? That I've never seen before, a USA made knife, and I wondered if you'd ever seen it. Hold on a sec. Let me find it.
Would have got me the fat carbon Selby if I had some more money, and that ABW.
The Selby Fix?
Yeah. Hit the fat carbon ones. It just looked awesome.
Yeah, they make nice knives, and they're nice people too.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude, and he's always trying hard, you know.
Before y'all go, I want to show you this. I want to show Ryan this specifically, if I can find it.
Why am I so tired?
Because it's been Blade Show, dude, and I was a zombie for 10 days after it.
I'm nodding over here.
Yeah, we're about to go. Hold on one second. Let me find this freaking knife. This one right here.
I must have left some
Have you heard
more
of
shit in the
Rob
truck.
Johnson's?
No.
Okay, I hadn't either, and this is a Rob Johnson's knife. It's USA made. Let me find it. Then I'm gonna share the screen.
JT. Yeah. There was some other Damascus there I've never seen before, man. And
I saw some beautiful shit over there, man.
All right, let me share this.
I can't remember the names of the booths and stuff though, unfortunately. I gotta write down.
I
some
always
stuff.
get cards of the places that I like.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember what I saw at what card. So I end up just looking them up randomly, finding out what it was I was looking at.
Yeah.
If I go to shorts and I go to this knife right here, and they had them in all colors. They had them in raw tie. Purple, I just thought would video best. But the sound that this thing makes, this right here, is called a Rob Johnson Mini Cedar. They have a bigger one. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on a second.
What the fuck, dog?
Why didn't it just play my video?
It's the Matrix, boy.
It is the Matrix. It's telling me I need to get the fuck out of here. Hold on.
It's the fucking Matrix saying it's fucking time to go, motherfucker.
It is. But what does it say there? Microphone? Logitech.
Tiptoe to the
allow
eye.
I use in sight.
Get out of here, boy. Yeah.
This is like a 15-second short if it'll play it. But it's a button lock. and it didn't have lock failure. I whacked it on my hand.
I whacked it on my hand.
Hand
Right
whacker.
here, let's see if it'll play it. Just stepping back.
Yeah, my wife
That's not
liked
bad.
my wife liked that fixed blade with the grip tack on it at that table.
Fuck it.
What
I know
about
I'm a
like
dude.
this one here? This is the first knife I've had with it. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it's different looking, and then as soon as you grab it, you're like, oh, what the hell?
Oh yeah, it's nice, dude. It's nice.
Yeah.
Like I'd never heard of Blackbird before, but dude, I love it. I love what he's doing. Like it's so grungy. Like some of his knives had rust on them, and he just stabilized it onto the blade.
It's like polish it over, and
dude,
then
it's so freaking badass.
yeah,
Here you
that
go.
war torn look, I like that.
Yeah, I do too. Like even the sheath, he did it in the sheath too.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. I was like, I wonder how they did that. Terry's like, "Pff,
Can you see that, Rob?
Maybe.
I mean, Ryan?
I can, yeah, a little bit.
It's got a flipper tab, and it's got a blade hole, and you can get a front flipper or the traditional. Look at that blade.
Yeah.
I can't see
Got
the blade.
It's a push through button lock frame lock. Hold on, is it not showing it?
No.
It's just milled. You can see it's got the step milling. It's not showing you shit. God damn it. Hold on. Son of a gun. Here we go.
We're gonna be here till tomorrow.
I'm a
'cause
good
of this.
producer. Here we go. All right, so that's a push through liner lock. Watch this thing.
Something extremely cool that I wanted to share with you. This is a Rob Johnson mini cedar. This
As
knife
he walks away with it.
has a flipper tab, blade deployment hole. Look at that blade steel.
Nice.
That milled?
Actuated internal frame lock. Look at that.
You can do it
Look
regular,
at
like
that.
push it with your thumb.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Look
cool like
profile
dual
flipper,
things I've seen this year.
USA made. Just an absolute stunner. Rob Johnson mini cedar.
So if you go to his Instagram, let's do this. I think they were, I want to say it was under $1,000. I could be wrong. But evidently, like Shane had heard of him. And then I'll let y'all go because I know it's been over 3 hours. And Rob Johnson's knives, StreamYard, share.
Well, we got plenty more stories. We just got to remember them.
That's my thing. I just don't remember anything.
They'll leak back in. That's not it. I can't find Rob Johnson, so we're just gonna. There's Melissa Backwoods. She's a really humble person. Shane would have spent his money at JT Knife Works.
I can't tell if she
I don't
wore
know
the
if I
same
remember
clothes all
JT
weekend or if she
Knife
just has like 5 sets of the same outfit.
I'm sure there's a lot of people
I
think
think
I wear everything over and over. I got like 100 of these things. These are like my favorite things to wear. I wear them every fucking day. Every day.
Yeah, if you find something that works and you can keep swapping them out.
And I'm sure people think I wear the same thing every day. I got like 10 of these black ones. I got 10 gray ones.
I don't know where she got that exact color shirt from, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
a very
maybe, and
specific
she
color.
could have it.
I think that's kind of her uniform thing. She
And
wears
she
that.
could have it made for her, yeah, because it's her uniform,
Yeah.
her Barney costume. Well, guys, y'all have any parting words before we say peace out to all these lovely people who've hung around so late on a Tuesday night?
No, I'm going to clean out my truck and dig through some stuff, see what kind of stories I can remember.
And we'll hold them for
hit it again
Friday
on
night.
Friday.
We'll be
Yeah.
back together Friday night at 8:15 p.m. And we go right up till 11:30 when said faction goes on. So Friday night's a great live stream night. You got 2 back-to-back, a bunch of weirdos. Come join us. But in the meantime, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for one another. Always go forward with love in your heart. And when you can, if possible, choose debate, not hate. Till we meet again. Peace.
The light went out because we only had a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna want to make it. Are you